a wave at the spotter spark off the left there. They're doing a nice live stream right now.
All right, we'll give them a good wave.
Fly Bravo headed, cleared for takeoff.
Go ahead, clear for takeoff, watch your right.
Welcome to the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota at MSP International Airport, home to the second busiest Delta hub in the network and the main operating base of low-cost carrier Sun Country Airlines. There's going to be a ton of action today on this Saturday episode of MSP Airport Live from one of the best spots for aircraft spotting in the country at MSP Airport's official aircraft viewing area. And it's been a little while since we've done a Saturday show, and delighted to bring it to you live on a spectacular weather day out here at MSP International Airport. Can't wait to get the show rolling as usual. And if you are just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. At the top of our show, I'm Alex. I'll be walking you through all the action here today. Got a pretty full slate here on a Saturday. There's also a lot of people out here at MSP Airport to enjoy the amazing sunny day that we have ahead of us here from MSP International Airport. The 12s are active today. We're going to see a lot of arrivals. We'll have instant replay. We'll have all that stuff coming right towards you down the pipe.
Service 3908, turn left, heading 140, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
That's 140, signal 1, runway 39.
So before we get started with the live plane spotting, we'll take a look at our notable arrivals and departures presented in part by our friends over at Jet Set Shirts. Oh yeah, we have a full slate pretty much with arrivals and departures today. A lot of the usual suspects, but entertaining nonetheless. If you're new here at MSP Airport Live, we see a lot of A330s when we spot out at MSP Airport. We are the main Airbus hub for Delta Airlines, as to be expected with any Delta Fortress hub. We've got Delta 163 Heavy coming in from Amsterdam around 3:40 p.m. with the A330-900neo. And then we've got Freedom 1, the special livery 737 painted in the American flag for Southwest. That'll be scooting in from Orlando, Florida towards the back half of the 4 o'clock hour. And then we've got Delta 170 Heavy. Pretty early today, expecting a 5:04 p.m. arrival from Seoul, South Korea. And that'll be on runway 12 right. Looking forward to that arrival when it comes around. We've got UPS 5560 Heavy rather with the A300 coming in from Louisville, Kentucky around 5:15 p.m. So around the time Delta 170 will arrive. We've also got Iceland Air bringing the 737 MAX 9 will arrive a little past the 6 o'clock hour. So we will take a look at our notable departures next up. And we've got quite a few today. Delta 377 and A321neo off to Anchorage, Alaska will need extra real estate to get airborne. They are going to more than likely be expected to depart to Anchorage off of runway 12 right in front of us around 4:10 p.m. We've got Delta 160 Heavy with the A330-300. Will be rocketing off to AMS around 4:30 p.m. We've got Delta 152 with the same aircraft, but off to a different European destination. It's going to Paris tonight, and it will depart around 5:20 p.m. And of course, we've got Freedom 1. Now, they might use runway 17 behind us. We'll keep an eye on our Freedom 1 aircraft. So that is going outbound to Chicago Midway, following its arrival into MSP from Orlando. So it'll depart around 5:30 p.m. And then we've got Delta 10 with the A330-900neo outbound to London Heathrow around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's a look at our notable arrivals and departures presented in part by our wonderful friends over at Jet Set Shirts. Want to take the time to acknowledge one of our outstanding members, Daniel, for being an MSP Airport Live member now for 12 months, a full year. 1 year already. Great to meet you the other day. Well, it was an honor meeting you too, Daniel. Great to meet supporters of the channel, and just super happy to have you as a member. Thank you so much for your continued dedication and support of our amazing live project here at MSP. And all the other amazing members that we have, thank you as well. So thank you, Daniel. Great to meet you, and thank you for tuning in today. Glad you could spend some time with us. Allison says hello from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Well, hello to you. Hope you're having a fun Saturday, Allison. Hope the weekend's off to a good start. Oh, boy. Hey, Caleb, thank you so much for tuning in today to our broadcast. I'll be taking off on Delta 10 at 6:10. Nice. Thanks for the heads up. We will definitely make a point to catch it regardless, but that's going to make it extra special today, knowing that you are on it. We love catching our viewers on flights in and out of MSP. If you want to shine the light, if you want to do that as well, if you're on the left side of the airplane, or right side rather, if you have a window seat, feel free to do that.
48, you can do a cross and come back. 48, cross runway 17 and report clear on the east side.
So before we get to the live spotting, we'll take a look at one more thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at our traffic flow for the day. We're in a southeast flow with the 12 parallels active. Runway 12 right, 12 left, the active parallels. And we'll be spotting runway 12 right. Our red flag on the graphic indicates where we are in relation to all the action. The north-south runway, runway 17, used for exclusively departures today as well to help handle the traffic flow, as it will get busy later on throughout the show, as it always does. And we are expecting a huge ramp-up today into the evening hours. Around the time all of our heavies are scheduled to depart or arrive, as we just looked at in our notable arrivals and departures. But this is what the scene will look like as far as traffic flow goes. As you can probably already tell with the on-screen graphic, on the bottom right-hand portion of the screen, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. A little chilly for a March afternoon up here in Minnesota, but not unexpected. It got to 19 degrees at about 7 or 7:30 this morning, and it was cold. But it has warmed up substantially since then, thankfully. I'm about done with this winter weather and whatnot. That doesn't just include snow. It also includes the cold temperatures. Good riddance. All right, now let's get to some live plate spotting from Minneapolis, St. Paul International. Here's an Airbus A220.
You can join Alpha to Golf 20, monitor ground point enter.
100.9, Delta 9937.
Delta 9937, a delivery flight from Mobile, Alabama, the newest Airbus A220 in Delta's fleet, currently in view.
163 heavy, Minneapolis tower, wind 130 at 8, runway 12 right, clear to land.
All right, there we go. Our first notable arrival of the day has been cleared to land. Runway 12 right, Delta 163 heavy with the A330-900 Neo.
2821, Minneapolis medium push is a pre-roof for runway 17. $2591, continue taxi to pop cross runway 4. $2591. $2591 next target. Cross runway 4.
Here comes Prime Air from Cincinnati. The Sun Country 737 Boeing converted freighter, chartering for Amazon Prime Air.
The 1531 Minneapolis ground, the push is a crew for runway 17. Actually, wait till the left side Delta, push out of Delta 2, then your push is a crew. Roger 3058, turn right,
showing Whiskey, Mike, Sierra, November. Cross runway 4, hold short, runway 17, stay with me.
Alright, right, wait, Whiskey, Mike, Sierra, across runway 4 with you, Sun Country 38. .53 Minneapolis, ground push is a crew for runway 17.
All right, let's take a look at our Prime Air 737 arriving from Cincinnati on runway 12 right. It's one of the cool things that we get to play with every single time that we get to spot the landings on 12 right. I try and bring out the instant replay. Looked to be maybe a little bit tricky. Looks like the wind is giving them a little bit of a nudge, but overall pretty nicely handled.
732, yeah, if you need to go on to pop, correction, Quebec, that's fine.
Love this livery, by the way. I wish Prime Air painted all their aircraft like that. Even the new 330, 300 freighters, or 200 freighters that are coming into service. Now, the Prime Air arrival also might be coming in on taxiway Mike, so we could get a close taxi. Here's Delta 163 Heavy from Amsterdam Schiphol with the A330-900.
168 Minneapolis, engineering, idle engine structure discretion, nominally ready push.
942 Minneapolis Tower, wind 130 at 12, gust 18, runway 12 right, clear to land. Clear to land, right. Sun Country 3058, November cross 17, leave it to the ramp.
November, cross 17 to the ramp.
Shuttle 163 Heavy, any left turns available, taxi via Alpha to the gate, monitor ground point header.
How about that to start the show? We got 163 Heavy arriving from Amsterdam. We got the arrival of that Prime Air Sun Country 737 freighter, and of course the taxi on taxiway Mike.
Shuttle 2591, contact departure.
Got a departure going off on the north parallel, runway 12 left. Looks like a 737, hard to tell through the small viewfinder that I'm looking through. Also, folks, feel free to follow along with the action plot, your favorite flight tracking app. Go to flightradar24.com, flightaware.com, or any of the other flight apps you already may have installed to follow the action from KMSP, Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport, to enjoy your enhanced MSP Airport Live viewing experience. As recommended, if you're a plane spotter, you ought to have FlightAware or Flight Radar 24 or even AirNav Radar. So feel free to follow along with the action on your favorite flight tracking app. A little pause in the action here. We got a Boeing 717 on our way towards us, traversing taxiway Whiskey. We've got another arrival here coming up in a couple of short minutes on 12 right, waiting for it to get a little closer before we swing over and catch that.
12 right at Charlie.
Yeah, hold on, 12 right at Charlie.
Delta and Hawaiian Airlines, the only Boeing 717 operators in the United States, and we see the 717 here at MSP all the time. And this aircraft is becoming an increasingly rare specimen, and we're super happy to keep spotting these at MSP Airport. There are a ton of them here, as expected with any major Delta Fortress hub, as MSP Airport is. All right, we got a 737-800 coming in the simplified titles livery for Sun Country Airlines.
United 1531, runway 17, taxi vehicle back to Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, and 12 right.
3942, right turn Whiskey Delta to the gate, monitor point 9.
Right turn, Whiskey Delta to the gate, point 9, Sun Country 942.
All right, let's take another look via instant replay. So this is Sun Country Flight 942 from Sarasota, Florida. Flight time, 3 hours and 13 minutes. November 829 at Sierra Yankee. The equipment that we are currently watching the replay on with the landing on 12 right. Nicely done. It's an 18-year-old aircraft delivered in June of 2006.
And 2953 Minneapolis.
And it's also an hour late, too.
Join Whiskey, cross from force.
Hour and 1 minute to be
Charlie cross.
really
right,
exact.
Right on Whiskey, cross 4 American 2953.
Out of 2821, planning 140 and 17, cleared for takeoff. Out of 21, so 1. 2821, delays approved, still clear for takeoff, heading 140.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Alex, the face behind the voice that you are currently hearing. You know what? Getting to share an amazing day, an amazing spotting day on this Saturday with you. Super excited for it. We're really excited for this evening when things really start to ramp up with the A350 arriving, our A300. It's going to get really, really busy, and we're anticipating a lot of action. So if I don't get to your comments right away during maybe the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, I'm going to try and do the best that I can in getting to you guys and, you know, checking in to see how you're doing. And just there's a lot that there is to manage on a broadcast like this. But, you know, when you're at MSP and you're here in the evening, you better fasten your seatbelt because it really gets action-packed, and that's what we love. And, you know, as an aviation enthusiast who also digests the same content that probably you do, yes, more action the better. And what better place to do it than right here at MSP Airport. So the other thing that I was going to talk to you guys about is that our channel recently passed the 5,000 subscriber mark, and thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me, Micah Larson, our managing producer, and all the amazing people that I get to share this project with. RJ, she's not here today. We'll see if she makes a surprise visit, but you know, either way. Anyway, we are planning an in-person get-together. Now, it's not going to be in the near future, but we're thinking about doing something. We have a poll on our YouTube channel, like in our community post section, so go check that out if you haven't done that yet. We're looking to do a meet-and-greet sort of deal, and I'm also assembling some goodie bags, so that we will be giving away. So there is something in the works there. Nothing is concrete yet. We'll have the official date posted in the weeks to come, so stay tuned for that. We want to celebrate the arrival of spring. We want to celebrate the warmer days of plane spotting, and we want to celebrate a major channel milestone with you guys making it possible, donating to this channel, supporting our channel through memberships monthly, just viewing, subscribing, liking the video. Again, and this is our way of saying thank you to you, and we want to share the spotting experiences with you guys, to those that are able to make it. So we're looking to do that. Now, again, nothing's official, but it is being planned. Just wanted to bring that up to you and wanted to say that and the other exciting things are coming around the corner this year in 2025. So we can't wait for the next several months ahead right here on MSP Airport Live.
You're still off of 17, just trying to get you feeding the airborne line today.
Understood, thanks.
2732 tower, you all set?
All right, Caleb is going to be on the right side of the aircraft, the A330neo, departing to London. So, Caleb, are you going to be sitting in the front or towards the back of the aircraft? It's my question for you. Optimistic Mountain Landscape greeting us from Green Valley, Arizona. Sunny and a high of 82 degrees. Certainly use some of that warmer weather, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's not that bad out, though.
2612 at Alpha 4, give way to exiting traffic. You'll see them here shortly.
Alrighty, Alpha 4 will give way to there.
It is 1531 amended. Let's go Alpha 8 there, right ahead to your left there. Alpha 8 cross from my 1 to right to make a right turn on Whiskey, traffic 6 0.
Alpha 8 cross 1 to right.
21 arrival on 12 right, the Delta Cadillac,
5 or Alpha 4, contact
as I
ground
call
point
it.
header.
Very common sight here at MSP Airport, making another routine landing as we have a United 8319 crossing runway 12 right. We'll make the right-hand turn on taxiway Whiskey. It's outbound to runway 17 for departure. That's the west side, north-south runway at MSP Airport. That's behind us.
Feet in the line. So pull up into the 178 set. For now, your time is at 5-8. 5/8 the time, unless we can reroute you a different route over the Wellstone departure.
All right, we'll pull into the 170 ice pad and expecting the wheels up at 5/8, United 1531.
If you want to reroute over Wellstone, we can get you off the ground whenever we can. It's your call. So which bag, let me know what you want to do.
Delta 20, was that 2608 calling for a push?
1531.
Do it.
We've got an Embraer 175 LR headed our way.
Pushes appear for only 12 left.
So that's 75, individual 12 right.
It's currently on taxiway Mike. And we'll be joining taxiway Whiskey
Runway 17, taxi via Papa Mike cross.
very shortly, and going to be coming into frame here any second now. There it is.
That was 38.
We've got our Dash 8 Q400 for WestJet off to Regina, Saskatchewan. There it is, off in the distance. They're almost exclusively a north side arrival and departure. So
Flight right to Alpha 8.
they are headed to the threshold of runway 12 left to get out of here.
43, runway
To
12 left.
be with our
taxi
friends
via
north
Papa,
of the border in
runway
Canada.
4, and now you're following the CRJ that's coming out of spot 79 off the left.
I want to give a big shout out to some of our viewers who might be watching from Canada today. How you doing?
Up to 2612, monitor tower 126.7.
Tower 26, 7, 26, 12,
385 taxi.
Oh, looks like they turned on taxiway Alpha. Thought they were going to come closer with their taxi on Whiskey, as most of the aircraft have been doing today.
Let me know when you get a second.
Call me a fool.
20.
It's a gorgeous Sun Country Tide Pod livery 738 coming in on 12 right.
Runway 17, taxi via Whiskey cross 14. Who was the other one called?
385 taxi.
385, runway 17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo cross 14.
17 Delta Sierra Kilo cross 4, second 385.
3838 Alpha 8 cross from my 12 right, join Whiskey.
Alpha 8 cross 12 right, join Whiskey, Skywest 3838.
2612 tower at 20 cross from my 12 right, join Whiskey cross from my 4.
Charlie across, 12 right, Whiskey, clear across the board of that, 26,
5548, turn right, contact ground point 9.
Sure, I think that for 548.
The 5 got the route.
Sorry about that. I thought I had the replay queued, but I hit the wrong button.
It's
Whoops.
the Wellstone 7 departure, Green Bay transition.
Well, that's what happens sometimes when you're out here doing a live broadcast. You'll fat finger something, and you're like, ah, dang it.
And the Matty 7 arrival. If you want that route, let me know when I get you off the ground when you get that plugged in.
Take a look at
All right, looks like we got a this A220 coming our way. Ray 320, beg your pardon.
548 on taxiway, this is parking with Albany.
548, Minneapolis ground taxi via Whiskey Delta.
Whiskey Delta 548.
Delta 2612. Off to Nashville.
Go ahead.
So, salute time. It's a
ready.
former Northwest Airlines aircraft, a ex-Red Tail, making its way over to runway 17 for departure.
.2262 Minneapolis Tower, wind is 150 at 12, runway 12 right, description 12 left, clear to land, use caution, the approach lights are all the way up on high right now for maintenance request. Disregard the approach lights, they just got turned on. Country 570, turn right. And contact ground point, enter, good day.
Right, ground point 9, Sun Country 570, good day.
All right, let's take a look at our Sun Country arrival.
Let's ground Sun Country 570.
12 right.
12 right.
So Sun Country Flight 570 from Cancun, Mexico in the Tide Pod colors.
4.
Whiskey Delta to the gate, Sun Country 570.
2612 and 17, line up and wait. Get your 385 tower, you're behind the Delta 320 at the end.
So folks, if you're enjoying our broadcast today, let us know how good we're doing. Give us that thumbs up if you want to follow us and catch more great Aviation Live broadcasts like this. Another great content. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. It's absolutely free, but it helps us out a ton in helping new users discover us and you getting notified to catch some really fun airplane action that all aviation enthusiasts have come to know and love after finding MSP Airport, including our dear friend Peter from LA Flights Live, who came out here last February.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the fuel to accept that reroute, so we'll just
he was looking at new places to go, and he found MSP Airport. He got out here.
Moved up at about 52.
Struck up an amazing conversation with him. A fantastic person, true av geek. And my goodness, he was super impressed.
Flying 120 and 173 for takeoff.
And of course, many of the local people that discovered the viewing area for the first time, they're pretty surprised at all the action that goes on around here, and it comes from all sides. So you really got to keep your head in a swivel because you might miss something. But I think that's a good problem to have, you know, especially if you're doing an aviation broadcast such as this.
Bus 3838, turn right heading 215, contact party.
So yeah, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Very much appreciated. Highly suggest that you consider that. And if you're looking for an interactive stream experience, become a YouTube member. Membership starts at $3 a month. Also on Patreon for a general fund. Links are in the description to the broadcast below.
0 left, cleared for takeoff. It's 4270, contact departure. 2612 on the 120, contact departure.
CRJ 900 LR. This one headed out to runway 17 for departure.
Southwest 2485, the officer wait for the Sun Country fast detail and put you clear for runway 17.
So not be a major Midwest metropolitan airport without the sight of those, the CRJs.
Runway 12 left, taxi a pop across runway 4, and I just give way to the CRJ. It'll be, so describe that, to pop across runway 4.
You can certainly always expect to see those CRJs on any bingo card for MSP. Don't know what surprises we might encounter today as to what we'll catch.
I'll go to 385, contact party.
There are so many different times that I've been out here on the weekend. Just casually spotting, not even streaming, and just interesting stuff comes our way. And last Thursday, 2560 Heavy is our midweek MD-11 arrival from Louisville for UPS. Landed on 30 left, a long landing roll, and they turned off right in front of the viewing area facing us on Whiskey, taxied Mike to Tango to the ramp. Unusual to see them do that, but they were really full.
We're 4829, flying 140 and 17, cleared for takeoff.
North side arrival on runway 12 left. So the nice thing about this location is that we'll get arrivals on both the parallels, but the runway...
Yeah, it was 4262, roll on a pop of 3.
The runway ops that we are technically spotting is in front of us, and it'll always be in front of us, as the graphic will indicate. Runway 12 right, that's the active runway in front of us.
Missouri 419 Minneapolis. Come
30 left is the opposite runway heading.
Let me send you paperwork. Push is approved. It's 419. Push approved for only 17.
Got an X Northwest A320. Queuing up for departure on runway 12 left. That's the north parallel here at MSP.
Target 382, Minneapolis Tower, wind 160 at 10, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Runway 12 right, clear to land, target 382.
I'm also picking up a little bit of heat haze as well.
3829, Minneapolis Tower, traffic may hold in position, wind 160 at 10.
As we get into the
runway 12
warmer
left,
months, we will definitely pick up a lot more so-called heat haze. Air Shuttle 6075 from Houston about to touch down on runway 12 right. The Embraer E175LR.
Post 485, runway 17, make
Houston,
left turn out,
Texas.
Tango, Yankee, Kilo, cross runway 1.
About to make contact with the pavement. Here it is.
Delta 2287 with Whiskey, pushed off a Gulf AT tag.
Delta 2287, runway 17, taxi Alpha Charlie, hold short, 12 right.
Alpha Charlie, hold short, 12 right.
Number 4829, heading 140, contact departure. Give way to the exiting United.
Way to the United, Delta 2287.
Ward 4, if you got it, the Delta, looks like a 75 or Airbus will wait for you. Off the contact ground plan.
Fort Alpha.
All right, let's take another look. This is our Embraer from Houston, Texas. Coming in from Houston Intercontinental Airport. There's two major airports in Houston. Houston Hobby, or Hobie, I don't know how you pronounce that. Southwest primarily flies in there, and all the others use Houston George Bush Intercontinental. IAH is the airport code for where this aircraft originated from. Optimistic mountain landscape, yes. Peter is going to be headed back to Minneapolis this summer. And yes, he was very impressed with MSP. I think that our airport tends to get so overlooked with being a good spotting experience because you have airports out there like LAX, DFW, JFK, Anchorage. I mean, you know, take your pick, right? With your A-list airport, your A-tier market, right? Take your pick.
4881,
the spotting experience here at MSP for a second tier or B tier market is top notch, rivaling some of the spotting at bigger airports, even Chicago O'Hare. The spotting beats out our O'Hare pretty handily, in my opinion. And it's not necessarily because of airline variety or frequency of heavies or 747 sightings. It's just that you are a lot closer to the action, and it provides a little bit more intimate experience that you just don't get in most places. It's not like we don't have any traffic either. We get a lot of traffic here at MSP. We're a Delta Fortress hub and a Sun Country Fortress hub. There are going to be a lot of international services this summer, and even for a good chunk of the spring. A lot of seasonal routes as well. MSP, it does get very busy. And during the summer, it gets so busy that they have to use more than 2 runways at MSP Airport during the peak summer travel season. You have to reopen the runway that we're currently spotting from being worked on. They're going to do construction on it. And they have to finish it up, pause construction just so they can handle the capacity that goes in and out of MSP, or the demand.
Contact Delta.
Hello, United 467 Charlie, we're running about a 10 mile climb over the
Another Sun Country arrival. I love seeing that livery. So that is the so-called Tide Pod livery. If you're unfamiliar with Sun Country Airlines, that flight, by the way, arrived from Fort Myers, Southwest Florida International, in charge of Sun Country Flight 382. The so-called and affectionately known Tide Pod livery is the current livery of Sun Country Airlines that was minted in 2018. Now, the design firm that came up with the new color scheme for Sun Country's planes, they had 6 different concepts on the table, and the Sun Country employees, the whole company, got to vote on which design concept that their airline was going to rebrand to, essentially. And the one that we just saw was the exact concept that the company chose per a vote, company-wide, from that design firm. And that is how the Tide Pod livery came to be in its current form. So why is it called a Tide Pod? Well, if you look at the orange and the blue and the white, you have those curvy, sweeping lines. Kind of looks like the pattern of those Tide Pod or detergent pods you put in your washing machine. So the moniker stuck after that sort of observation was pointed out.
Server 4881 here in sequence, find that Airbus down at the end. You can go ahead and switch the tower. Have a go.
Here's another Delta 321. I love flying on the Delta A321s. Love the onboard experience. So the seats in main cabin are 18 inches wide. Standard Airbus main cabin seat. Now in the Boeing 737-900ERs that Delta flies in the Dash 800s, the seat width is only 17 inches. Seat pitch is about the same. These aircraft have seats that are 1 inch wider in main cabin class compared to their Boeing counterparts. Except the Boeing 717, which has 18-inch wide seats. It's probably why Delta gobbled them up. It's because it was a pretty similar product. And that aircraft fit a lot of the different markets, the smaller markets that Delta served, compared to some of the larger aircraft they fly, and they've been a very good fit in the fleet for Delta, but their time is running out. So if you're going to fly in a 717 or you're going to spot a 717, word on the street is bring yourself out to the viewing area
2658 Minneapolis Starfront heading on 12 left, go for takeoff.
And catch them in action. Here we go. We got United coming in on 12 right, the Evo blue livery.
Turn left heading 140, go for takeoff.
All right, let's take another look at our United arrival. I love the Evo blue livery. This is United 467C from Chicago O'Hare. 737-900ER. Delta Flight 377 to Anchorage, Alaska. It's one of our notable departures. The transponder has been turned on. So that flight is now online, and we will be catching the departure here in just a few. And it's getting to be about that time.
So 2658, turn left heading 100, contact port.
And again, we're looking at a departure around just past the 4 o'clock hour, with Delta 377 and A321neo off to Anchorage, Alaska.
1019, floating 140, contact departure. Air 4881, phone heading, normal 12 left, left to take off. 2884, minute searching for final wind 13011 or 130.
I'll tell you, this day continues to get interesting.
And 1661, you were stepping, did you say you need a minute? Turn left, get the ground point enter.
Alright, turn left off at Alpha 5, we'll contact ground point 9 on the other side, Delta 2695.
17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo, cross
17, Delta Sierra Kilo.
Taking a quick look.
The 1366
arrival.
Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17, and ground point 9 for taxi.
Delta 2695 clear of 12 right on Alpha 5, we're going to gate Golf 21.
Delta 2695 Minneapolis ground, good afternoon, taxi via Alpha to your gate.
Alpha to the gate, Delta 2695.
All right, folks, I think we should be good to go. Brandon, yes, it's a little bit of a challenge broadcasting from MSP during certain times of the day, but we don't think that wireless traffic has... We don't believe that wireless traffic is necessarily the cause of our issue. But it could be a whole host of different things. We just don't know.
Contact ground point enter.
Something that we have been looking into over the past couple of days.
12011 or 112 right, good line.
Won't get into any more details other than that.
Is 4805 Minneapolis, Starwind 13012 or 112 left, good line.
But yeah, our location, we're right in the middle of the airport, so you don't know what kind of interference that you might pick up. Certainly a challenge.
Ground, push approved, 17 ground point 9 for taxi.
Ooh, check this out. Got a Delta 717 coming in. Fully deployed. Love to see that sight. Those BR engines are cool. Such a phenomenal airplane. Love the 717.
Delta 2884, turn left, get to ground point 9.
Left turn ground point 9, Delta 2884.
Here we go.
Ground Delta 2884, then Alpha 5, Falcon 4.
So 2884 Minneapolis, ground taxi via Alpha.
Alpha to the gate up.
The 377 Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 12 left.
Oh my goodness. Stop it. Brandon Meyer with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Comms and caffeine fund donation, keeping us connected and your team fueled. Well, thank you so much for such a humongous super chat. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. It's not often that we get those here at MSP Airport on our live broadcast, but when we do, we are so grateful. And even just the fact that you're here tuning in, that has us pumped. So we will see what our situation continues to look like as far as our connectivity goes, but looks like it's okay.
Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short runway 12 right.
Runway 17 Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short 12 right, Delta 1366.
Have to go.
Got a Southwest 737 MAX 8. Arriving on 12 right.
Catch the ground, point on
Ooh. Looks like we got a giraffe on the move, a 757-300.
That's 3217 still with tower.
We see the 757-300s here all the time at MSP Airport. When you look at the global aviation scene, they're a rather uncommon sight. These aircraft were not produced in any significant quantities. In fact, well under 100 were manufactured from Boeing.
Whiskey and Delta.
All of Delta's 757-300s, all 13 of them were delivered to Northwest Airlines in the 2000s. Now, Northwest Airlines, they wanted to go back to Boeing,
Stand by. Wait for an
I think
Airbus
in
321
2003 or 2004, around when production ceased on this particular airplane. They wanted to order more than the 13 that they got, but Boeing said, hey, we're not going to let you do that because we shut down production and we threw away all the tooling. The parts to make the parts for the plane. And Northwest loved these aircraft. They were super good for their trunk flying, and they were workhorses. And they still are for Delta. We love seeing them here at MSP Airport. Got another 737 coming in. It's a 900 ER variant.
That's 198, contact ground point on her.
29 Delta 198.
Delta 1366, Minneapolis start, Charlie, cross runway 12 right, from runway whiskey, cross runway 4.
Alright, cross 12 right on Charlie, right on whiskey, cross runway 4, Delta 1366.
Plus 321, push at your tail. Reference them, your push is approved, runway 22.
Hey, yo, we've got a banana, not a banana bus, a banana boat. The A321 on the move for Spirit. They might be going north side here. We'll see if they make a left-hand turn on Mike.
Tower 267 fairway.
So yeah, they're going to make that left-hand turn on Mike, which means they're coming this way. They're headed out to 17 for departure. Now Spirit loves to request the north parallel for departure if they can
377, runway 12 left.
get
taxi
ATC's
via
graces to let them
Bravo,
do that. But
Delta, Alpha, cross runway 4.
for traffic efficiency and timely flow of aircrafts departing and arriving, they want most of the departures on runway 17. It's easier to handle. So here's our 757-300 and X Northwest aircraft. There you go, folks. The Flying Pencil
Minneapolis Tower at Mike Cross.
on taxiway whiskey.
At Mike, cross on whiskey right, and right turn on whiskey for reaching 10.
It's the only narrow-body aircraft that I have legitimately mistaken for a heavy before. Would not be surprised if I'm the only one to say that. It is huge.
That's 3844 minutes, 114012, around 12 right, settle in.
Man, it's sporty. The 757 is a very overpowered aircraft. So those Pratt & Whitney PW2000 engines right there. This is the #1 engine on the left side of the aircraft. These engines put out a lot of thrust. 757 has one of the best power to weight ratios in commercial aviation. Way more than it needs, even when it's at capacity. Here's our Spirit A321 crossing runway 12 right. The Spirit A321 headed to 17 for departure sports the IAE V2500 engines.
32 minutes around Quebec, crossing 42.
So that's what they look like.
140, Roma 17, clear for takeoff.
Terran 140, 17, clear for takeoff.
And they're nicknamed hair dryers. You can probably guess why these engines are nicknamed hair dryers. Interesting bit of equipment there, the bed of that trailer. See a bunch of fun stuff running around here. Besides the aircraft, some pretty interesting ground support equipment or maintenance equipment. So I hear Delta 160 Heavy starting up.
Bearing 610, runway 17 line of flight.
17 line of weight, bearing 6.
So Delta 160 Heavy, our heavy departure off to Amsterdam Schiphol, will be out of here momentarily on the A330-300. Next arrival on runway 12 right, we've got SkyWest 3844 and Embraer 175 LR from Oklahoma City. Catch it here in just a minute. Waiting for it to come a little bit closer so that way we can
4810, George, 512 left, settle in.
get it nice and framed up good on camera.
4810, George.
And in this light, every aircraft that we're going to see looking dandy.
121 heavy taxi.
Delta 120 heavy, runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 4.
You're right, via Alpha, clear to cross runway 4, Delta 121 heavy.
Just want to verify, and I 12 left, you are clear to land number 1. 610, flighting 140, and 17, cleared for takeoff.
Flighting 140 and
That was 3844. Any left turn behind the heavy is available. Contact ground on point 9.
Alright, any left behind the heavy and then ground point 9, Kevin 3044.
No one's behind you, no need to hurry. 3712, Minneapolis Tower, wind 130 at 14, and I 12 right, clear to land.
There we go.
3948, Minneapolis Tower, traffic hold position, wind
okay.
130 at 14, and I 12 left, clear to land.
It's not 160 heavy.
Ground sky was 3844 off at Alpha 5.
I think that's Delta 121.
That was 3844 minutes ground taxi via Alpha Delta spec.
It's an outbound flight to Tokyo Haneda.
That was 3844.
And that is outbound to Tokyo Haneda. We got a bonus A330 Neo.
If you haven't already.
They were supposed to depart at 11:30 a.m. this morning. Holy cow. They are super late today.
Spirit 610, contact departure today.
But you know what? They probably wanted to wait until we were on the air to get out to Tokyo. I'm just kidding, but this is super late for them. They're not late too often, but this is now the second time where I've noticed they've been a little bit late. Ooh. We have a Hawk on the hunt. He's got a
3712, Minneapolis Tower, wind 120 at 13, and I 12 right,
big raptor looking for its next meal. Either one of the many fuzzy rabbits that we've been seeing around here, or one of our little ground 13 line ground squirrel friends, our little gophers we call Gerald.
Minneapolis. Ground.
So I'm sure Gerald would make a tasty snack for him or her. Oh, look at that gorgeous bird. There you go, folks. Live plane spotting and bird watching, all in the same broadcast.
It's 1819 Nip Star, wind 120 at 14, and I 12 right, clear to land.
It's Delta 120 Heavy making its way out to runway 12 right.
Drug 6, tower position via
departure.
Alpha Charlie at Charlie, hold short
The
runway.
A330 900 Neo. Now, this particular service will be upgauged to the A350 900 starting on Sunday, March 30th. And we
Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17, and
are expecting to be out here to catch the very first KLM service of 2025 with the 787-10 Dreamliner. And also, it'll be the second day of upgraded ops on the Tokyo flights and the early Amsterdam flights.
121, copy that. We'll show you unable
So
to
that
climb.
service
It'll be
will
2
start
hours, get you on it.
the day before when the routes get upgauged. First time we will be seeing it on our show will be the day after, on March 30th. Well, the weather forecast for March 30th, we have our big warm welcome to broadcast KLM coming in. It'll be pretty good weather.
712, turn right, join whiskey, contact ground.
Assuming that the forecast holds.
712.
Looking at a really good show. This upcoming Sunday, though, is just going to be wet and nasty.
That was 39, 40 minutes ground, taxi via Papa. 1860, Minneapolis Tower, currently 3 is round over 6, traffic 3.4 ahead, wind 130 at 15, and I 12 right, clear to land. First floor on 12 right, clear.
There's Delta 121 Heavy.
712 on Whiskey going to hotel. Center 712 minutes ground, taxi via Whiskey Delta. Whiskey Delta.
Yes, Brandon, the lateness does equal our benefit. Always love to see that. Got another arrival to catch here on 1-2 right.
West 3753, roger.
It's another Delta 8 through 21.
Okay, West 3753, push the proof. We have power traffic 2 miles, finalized currently. Wind 120 at 14. That work for you?
Yep, we just need 12 knots.
Got it. At 1819, turn left. Join Alpha, contact ground point 9.
Left Alpha point 9, Delta 1819.
I want to say that's our A220 that flew in from Mobile earlier on in the show, a delivery flight that we caught right at the top of the show. I believe that's it. Being taken over to Delta Tech Ops to be outfitted with the rest of the
1819 going to Gulf 12.
The rest of everything needed to get it into service.
Delta 1819, contact the Alpha.
Alpha Delta 12, 1819.
Chad 722, Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 12 left, and ground point 9 for taxi. Delta 116, Minneapolis tower, wind 130 at 13. Cautionary turbulence traffic holding in position 7 here, Delta 1860, turn left, contact ground point 9, good day.
All right, everybody, here we go. Delta 121 Heavy about to motor off to Tokyo Haneda on runway 12 right with the A330-900 Neo.
Clear of runway 12 right at Alpha 5, parking Gulf 11.
Delta 1860, that's ground taxi the Alpha.
The Alpha, Delta 1860.
Runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 130 at 13.
105 heading, cleared for takeoff, runway 12 right, Delta 121 heavy.
Hotel 2 Charlie, who was that? Sun Country 943. Roger. Your push is approved, runway 17. West 4236, Minneapolis ground, runway 12 left. Taxi via Papa, cross runway 4. 121 Heavy, contact departure today.
121 Heavy, we'll see you.
See ya.
And 43, I might have missed it. Information X-ray.
The Silent Giant. Off to Japan. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are on that flight that are finally thinking, finally, we're out of here. Got an Embraer E175 arrival on the north side on runway 12 left. starting to get a little gusty out here.
That was 3680, any right turn, contact.
Look at the aircraft viewing area on this Saturday evening. Pretty packed, if I do say so myself.
That was 3680, contact ground point enter.
It's usually pretty busy on a weekend, especially today.
That was 3680.
Quite a few plane spotters out as well. Here's another Delta A321.
Turn left, contact ground point 9, have a good day.
Left point 9, good day, Delta 21.
All right, let's take a look at our Delta arrival.
That was 3773 at Monitor Tower 126.7.
Over to Tower 3773. Going to Gulf 7.
Delta 2116, minutes contact to the Alpha. That was 4266, minutes ground, runway 12 left, taxi via Papa, across runway 4. Jazz 722, runway 12 left, taxi via Delta Papa, across runway 4.
Delta Papa, cross runway 4, Jazz 722.
SkyWest 3773 off to Cedar Rapids.
Country 943, Monitor Tower 123.6.
An Embraer 175 LR.
That was 3773 behind Sun Country at the end, please.
Alright, behind Sun Country, 36 SkyWest 3773.
Delta 160 Heavy has turned on its transponder. Running a little behind today. That's all right.
Sun Country 3060, Minneapolis ground, push approved.
819 November Whiskey is the registration on this aircraft. An X Northwest A330-300.
West 4266, Ember off the left.
Next up for arrival, Delta 941 from Seattle, Tacoma.
About
to touch down on runway 12 right.
Runway 17, line up from there. From Charlie 14, Skywest 36.1 minutes ground, push approved, runway 17, ground point after taxi. Ground point enter.
Left turn, contact ground, 941.
That was 3773, flighting 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Ground Delta 941, Alpha 5, Delta 4.
Departure, have a great day. What was your gate?
Delta 4.
941 taxi via Alpha Delta Quebec.
Alpha Delta Quebec. Delta 941.
Skywest 4301 Minneapolis ground, runway 12 left, taxi via Pop across runway 4, information activated current.
Yeah, Brandon, it's a little bit weird. Not sure why there's not a whole lot of people engaged with the live chat. If you're considering it, I would highly recommend. Now, it is subscribers only, but hey, we have an amazing community here at MSP Live. A lot of av geeks, super friendly, great mods. Love to hear from you.
3773, contact departure, have a great day.
Listen, Gatling, thank you so much for tuning in today. My son is a flight attendant about to do his first ever flight on Delta 160. If you could keep an eye out for it, that would be nice. Well, guess what, Alyssa? We're going to get that live on air.
Switch over to Tower 123.
Also, Delta 10 Heavy as well. One of our viewers is on Delta 10 Heavy tonight to London. Looking for him to shine the light. Oh, nicely done on the touchdown. Landing it softly. Nicely done on that touchdown.
Point 9, Delta 2981. 572 if you want to right.
Baggage 572, Minneapolis Tower, wind 140, 1 gust 20.
We got to take another look at that.
31 and 1 2 right, 635. Ground Delta 2981 is joining Alpha, going to Charlie 5.
Delta is at 2981, Minneapolis ground, take the Alpha Delta back.
Alpha Delta Quebec. Delta 2981. Ground Sun Country 360 West Cargo ready, taxi X-ray.
What number?
3060.
Frequency 3617, taxi via Lima.
17 via Lima, Sun Country 3060.
Frequency 2802, Minneapolis ground, taxi via Papa Charlie 6. Which gate are you going to?
Here comes Delta 2262 from Las Vegas. About to touch down on runway 12 right.
Latest Juliet departure, it is Yankee altimeter 299er, correction 29988.
It's with an Airbus A321.
CRJ, 12 o'clock, mile and a half on final 12 left.
Inside, Country 606.
Got it. 2262, turn left, contact ground point header.
Ground point 9, Delta 2260.
Let's take another look at our arrival from Las Vegas.
Delta
Nice puff of smoke.
cleared Alpha 4 going to gate 20, Golf 20.
So 2260, Minneapolis ground, taxi Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, Delta 2260.
American 2802, you'll see a 321 off your left side on Delta. You can give way to them and then turn left on Delta. They'll be on the inner taxiway.
Give way to them and turn left on Delta.
3621, runway 17, taxi via Papa.
Andrew, thank you for tuning in.
Mike, hold short of runway.
Instant playback. Haven't seen that before. Really got the whole sports broadcast here now. Yes, we do. I come from a sports broadcasting background, which explains the ESPN style presentation. We go another Sun Country flight with a touchdown on to your right.
Monitor point 9.
Yeah, Whiskey Delta, monitor point 9, Sun Country 5.
Here we go, another Tide Pod livery, 737.
Plus 2364, Minneapolis Tower, wind 120 at 16.20, runway 12 right, clear to land. Clear to land, 12 right, full push.
So off in the distance, we have Fort Snelling Air Base. Looks like we have a quartet of C-130s. Soaking up some of the late afternoon, evening sun. Here on this fabulous day for plane spotting. Here towards the end of March.
Just 4169, Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17.
Next up for arrival on runway 12 right, Sun Country 606 from Phoenix, and then Freedom 1 from Orlando, Florida, flying for Southwest behind it. So we'll have this arrival. Look at that image right there. You got the spotters out in full force today. So Sun Country flight from Phoenix about to land, and behind this we've got Freedom 1.
2606, turn right, taxi Whiskey Delta, monitor point 9.
Alright, Whiskey 5, Whiskey Delta, monitor point 9, Sun Country 606.
So there we go. We got Delta 160 Heavy off in the distance. Pushback complete.
389 Minneapolis ground, the push approved on
And-
17.9 to go.
In a jiffy, it'll be making its way over here.
Good tree, 572, which gate are you going into?
So it'll be departing runway 12 right,
572, what's your gate?
off to Amsterdam.
Hotel 5.
Thanks. So gives you 606 minutes.
All right, everybody, are we ready? Are we ready for Freedom 1? Because here it comes from Orlando, Florida.
3, so use Charlie
Waiting
Sierra.
for it to get a little bit closer.
Alright, we'll do Charlie Sierra, Sun Country 606.
Ground guy, 2272, request back, please.
2272, airborne time 6, flight at 9, time now is top of the hour. 17, taxi via Quebec, cross runway 22, Mike, hold short of runway 12 right.
2272.
All right, here we go, everybody. Here at Southwest, it's Freedom 1 from Orlando, Florida.
2272 on Quebec, cross runway 22, on Mike, hold short of runway 12 right.
Yeah, you're 2272, cross and 22 at Quebec, left turn on Mike, hold short of runway 12 right.
Let's go 36.21, monitor the tower 126.7.
Tower 26, guys, 36.12.
Tower Delta, ground Delta 160 right.
160 of your 12 right, taxi the Alpha cross right.
Alpha cross 22 for 12 right, Delta 160.
West Skywest 3631, Minneapolis Tower, at Mike, cross runway 12 right, Toronto with.
Cross runway 1 wide, cross runway 12
And of
right.
course, Sun Country has to cut in front.
Southwest 364.
This would not be MSP Airport without Sun Country getting into somebody's
Whiskey Delta point
shot that they,
go to underground point 9.
or their image, they weren't intending to get it in. And of course, it wouldn't be Southwest without a fast and furious taxi either. So they'll be hauling when they come down here.
17 taxi Papa, cross runway 22, Mike, hold short, and I want to right.
Delta 160 Heavy, by the way, is on the move. Currently beginning its taxi over to runway 12 right for departure in front of us.
Number 340 Minneapolis Tower, cross runway 10 just over 5 miles, tailed by a heavy Airbus 350, wind 150 at 12, runway 12 right, clear to land.
12 right, clear to land.
Field.
Understood, United, give us way to Delta 160, thanks United.
Here's 211, your push is approved.
Super cool airplane.
Missed the call.
Whoa, here we go. A350 from Seoul.
Ticket to 389, runway 17, taxi via Sierra Kilo, cross runway 22.
17 Sierra Kilo, cross 22, Sun Country 389.
Via Whiskey.
Yeah, 2272, copy all taxis up Whiskey to 17.
Copy that. Alpha 2 Alpha, contact ground point, enter.
2 Alpha point 9, Delta 1.
Delta 160, you can choose the tower 267.
267, good day, sir.
2272, you can change to the tower 367.
Yeah, 2272 over tower, good day.
There's 4169, you can monitor the tower 1267. 20 runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Roger 389 to be behind United at the end.
Look at that.
Ground Delta 170, clearing at Alpha.
It's March Madness at MSP. Super busy.
170 heavy Minneapolis ground. We have some arrival. So you got an engine cool down or no?
There's Delta 160 Heavy next up for arrival on 12 right. We've got Sun Country 340.
Alpha, Alpha 4, you tell me when you're ready to park, and then I'll start again reference lining traffic. Delta 170.
Flight 340 coming in from Orlando, about to touch down on 12 right. We'll swing over and grab it. There it is.
Tower 3.5 inch trail of the CRJ, currently 20 on overtake. Wind 140 at 14, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Right, advance, slow down, 150.
So 640 here, no one step text, Papa cross 322, Mike, hold short of 128.
Curve ground.
Yeah, the 2272, your number 1, fly runway heading on 17, cleared for takeoff. The 160 heavy, the powers that be above us, I guess below us in the radar room, have told us there's a medevac Learjet in the sequence. They cannot throw anybody else on finals for that. It'll be about 5 arrivals to get you out here.
Understood, Delta 160.
Ooh.
Taxi fleet ready for taxi.
Figure 211 on 17, taxi to Sierra Kilo cross 4922.
17 Sierra Kilo cross 22 Sun Country 211.
Do 389 away 17, line up and wait.
Ground Delta 170, we're getting.
For 170 heavy, proceed to park.
Not sure what we got going on over there. Pretty bright light. Can't quite tell what that is. Just caught my eye.
Delta 16, looks like the resequence of the field will be after, I guess, 5th arrival, then 3 more after that. We'll get you going.
Start on
2936, Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 13, runway 12 right, clear to land. Sun Country 389, fly heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff. 169, Tower, Mike, cross runway 12 right, runway 17,
Cross what's right on Mike and whiskey gas points.
Number 5238, the heavy is all factor, turn left at Alpha 7, join Alpha, contact ground point 9.
Alpha 7, Alpha, run heavy now, and ground 183.
Point 9, please.
Point 9,
2272, turn heading 215, contact departure.
Those Embraers got to hurry up. Aircraft on very short final for runway 12 right.
For 5230 Minneapolis contact.
They crossed just in time. For that flight down there, they just crossed ahead of. This is our next arrival on runway 12 right. Give way to the bus, another Delta Airbus.
389, contact departure. Yeah, it was 4169 behind us, Sun Country from the left at the end. Ready 211, you'll see a Delta Embraer, they follow you. Tower 126.7. Thank you for passing on to Minneapolis, tower, constantly. Contact ground point 9.
Alright, any left turn and Alpha point 9.
Taking a look via instant replay.
Ground Delta 437 Alpha, Alpha for Fox 9.
So 413 Minneapolis, contact via Alpha and Delta.
Alpha Delta, thank you, Delta 413.
Sun Country 211, you ready to go? 211, planning 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Folks, if you're enjoying our broadcast today, give us a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this.
Your discretion, you're number 1 for the runway.
Your discretion.
So great that all of you could join us on really a spectacular Saturday for spring plane spotting out here at MSP.
1028 Minutes, tower up, Mike, cross my what's your right, kind of what's keep contact via Papa Charlie 6.
Ground 2936 on Alpha Donald Charlie 13.
2936 Minneapolis, contact via Alpha Delta Quebec.
Alpha Quebec, Delta 26.
Minneapolis, ground the push of crew 30 right, or 12 right.
All right, we got a Learjet coming in. I think this is our medevac.
RP up, start phone to phone.
We'll see it here in just a second.
140, runway 17, clear for takeoff. 211, contact departure.
Quite a few spotters out here enjoying the Saturday weather. It's a little chilly, but the lighting conditions out here are superb.
Tower Delta 1302 inside
1302, Minneapolis Tower, if you're not there already, start phone a final. Traffic holding in positions to have the Airbus 330. Winds 130 at 13, and I went to right, clear to land. Caution, wait, everyone.
Alright, we're closely, go, clear lane, 13 Delta 13.
That's 1203, pass beyond the 73, please.
Okay, pass behind the 73 Delta.
Delta 1028, fly heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff. 3, you're ready for taxi. That's 4169, contact departure. Get a signature, monitor ground on point enter.
Whiskey 7, Whiskey 6, monitor down for myself.
And they are a medevac. You can start turning towards the taxiway, but giving way to them wherever they're parking their signature. But you'll give way to them. Learjet, they're just coming off the runway. They'll be runway 12 left via Whiskey Delta.
All right, here we go. Delta 160 heavy. Off to Amsterdam Schiphol.
130 at 15, fly heading 105, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff.
105 on a heading clear takeoff, 160 heavy.
Plus 2163 Minneapolis Tower, wind 130 at 15, runway 12 right, clear to land. 12 right, clear to land, 2163.
Air Canada 7021, your route back was a little bit wrong at Delta, taxiway Delta, hold short of runway 12 right.
Listen to that roar.
Make up that taxi via Kilo, runway 17. 160 heavy, heading 105, contact departure.
Hey, we're in the turn, have a great day, 160 heavy.
And everybody here at the aircraft viewing area, which includes myself, felt that as the A330 departed off to AMS. Those jet engines, full thrust.
What's your gate?
Charlie 7,
Delta A321.
02, copy that. Left at Alpha 7, contact ground point.
49 Delta 15.
Number 5107, Minneapolis Tower, wind 130 at 15, gust 21, runway 12 right, clear to land. 1028, fly heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Charlie 7.
1302, ground takes via Alpha Charlie, Quebec.
Alpha Charlie, Quebec, Delta 1302.
Next up for arrival on runway 12 right from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Delta 2163 with a 757-300 flying pencil.
Ground Delta 162 heavy, ready taxi with Yankee.
That's 152, everyone there, 13 takes via Alpha Cross, 822.
All right, we got Delta 152
162 heavy.
getting ready to strut its stuff.
No factor, they may have gotten 4. They're parked. Your push is approved. Air Shuttle 6081, monitor car 126.7.
126.7, Air Shuttle 6081. Ground Southwest 1456, ready for taxi.
So 1456, no 17, taxi, Tango, Kilo, cross.
Charlie, cross runway 12 right, turn right on whiskey.
Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, we are just having non-stop problems today, but the good news, we're going to keep plugging away.
South 21, contact ground point under.
Ground point negative.
I'll tell you what, our situation is just not giving it to us.
Got a load on 21, taking Alpha 5 on Charlie 11.
South 21,
Appreciate everybody sticking with us here. All right, here we go, just in time to catch
Charlie 11.
Delta 152 Heavy off to Paris Charles de Gaulle, the A330-300.
Delta 152 Heavy, flying heading on 12 right, go for takeoff.
Heading 12 right, let's take off Delta 152 Heavy.
That's 1456 over to the west side, 12367, sequence at the end.
2367, Southwest 1456.
Just 25 minutes turn taxi via Papa. Number 5107, where are you parking? Number 5125, you're number 2 into 95, behind the one off your right wing. Number 4901, where are you parking? Alright, then traffic's good, no effect today.
32 release time, so I just wanted to get one out before I get you going.
All right, here's Horizon Air from Portland, Oregon with an Embraer.
Left 110, Delta 152 Heavy.
Delta 152 Heavy, contact departure.
Delta 152 Heavy, good.
Charlie, hold straight over 912 right, airborne time 34, void at 37, time now is 28, and you'll give way to the Alaska exit and runway off your left.
1456, 917, line of point. Resident 2434, contact ground point under.
Over to ground, Resident 2434. Tower 536, visual and direct.
Sailor 536, minute after approach 3 mile, final wind 140, 10, 912 right, cut line.
All right, let's have another look at our arrival from our Horizon Air for Alaska Embraer 170. So we're 175.
South is 1456, on heading normal 17, close to takeoff. Trail 6081, normal 17, line of point.
Join the final for 1.
That's 2283, minute after approach 5 mile, final wind 140, 10, right, cut line.
1476, monitor the tower 126.7.
At 658, flighting 140, contact departure, good day.
Baron Lund, thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Getting from the Sleepy Eye International. Greetings from the Sleepy Eye International Airport. Y58. Nice video. Thank you.
Delta 1436 Minneapolis, Tower Charlie, cross from my 12 right, runway, cross from my 4.
Hans, thank you so much for the like. Number 111.
Cross 4, Delta 14.
See if we can get to.
1456, turn right, hang 215.
See if we can get to at least 300 or 500. So, folks, if you like what you see, if you like our broadcast, let us know. Give us that thumbs up. Give us that thumbs up. Let us know if you like it. It's a metric we use to figure out kind of where to go content-wise and how good our shows are, because we do look at these shows. Micah and I, the many people I shared this project with, we review shows and play it back.
3655 Minneapolis ground taxi, Alpha
Figure
Delta
out what we
Quebec.
can always improve on.
Delta Quebec, West 36.
Delta A321. We're going to bail off of it. So we got a Sun Country arrival coming in on 12 right. It's in the delivery scheme, circa 2001.
4766, turn right, and contact on 100.
Also, folks, keep in mind we have Icelandair 657 from Reykjavik, the Boeing 737 MAX 9 due in tonight. We've also got a UPS A300.
Say it again for 2982. Wind 15011. Thank you.
So we've got plenty more action tonight from MSP Airport. Next up, we have a Southwest flight coming in on 12 right from Chicago Midway with a 737-800. Or no, it's a MAX 8. Beg your pardon.
2226, 12 right.
That's 2226, Minneapolis, 5 mile final, wind 14012, run 12 right, come on.
Alright, left 12017, clear for takeoff, Delta 1470.
South 2283, takes via Whiskey Delta, monitor ground, point enter.
Whiskey Delta, monitor ground, Southwest 2283.
We got Sun Country and Southwest in the same picture. So that Sun Country flight that we just saw come in. 823 Sierra Yankee in charge of that flight from Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. This one's from Chicago Midway, joining taxiway Charlie, looks like, on the opposite side of runway 422 off to Terminal 2, aka the Humphrey Terminal.
1476, floating 120, contact departure.
120 going to departure.
Delta 2982, turn left, contact ground point enter.
Left turn over Delta 2982.
Let's take another look at our Delta arrival, 737.
Ground, hello, Delta 2982. Charlie 1 today. Visual runway 12
It's a
right.
900 ER variant.
For final winds 13013 on 12 right, clear.
12 right,
Charge
cleared
flight
land, Delta
2982 from Denver, Colorado. Flight time just under 90 minutes. It's a pretty good tailwinds today, I will say. Chicago and Denver, two busiest routes typically flown out in or out of MSP. All right, Boeing 757 time.
Towered up 1620, visual 1 right.
All right, here we go. Let's take another look at our 757-300 arrival.
11 right, clear.
This is Delta 2226 from Fort Myers, Southwest Florida International.
Wind 14011 or 112 left, clear land.
It's an X Northwest A3 or X Northwest 757-300. November 584, November Whiskey, delivered to Northwest Airlines back in October of 2002. So it's about 22 to 23 years old. It's about 22 and a half. I have yet to fly on the 757, either the 200 or the 300 variant. Go. We got another former red tail. Next Northwest, Delta A320. Now about to touch down on 12 right.
Turn left at Alpha 4, contact ground, front enter.
2863 left Alpha 4 over ground.
All right, let's take a look at our A320 arrival via instant replay.
Ground Delta 28.
This is Delta 2863 from Kalispell, Montana. It's Glacier National Park.
Alpha Charlie 5.
Alpha Charlie 5. Delta 2863.
21 arrival on 12 right. And of course, because it's an arrival, it is more than deserving of one of our instant replays.
Ground Delta 1520 is clearing the right side at Alpha 4 Boston Park at Golf 15.
So 16
Very nice.
Which heat was it?
Golf 15, straight in.
I think Texas Park.
Park.
Folks, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe and like if you enjoy what you see. Also, feel free to engage with our live chat. We have a wonderful community of plane spotters that would love to get to know you and talk shop about aviation.
Just 4052, turn right, takes to the gate, monitor ground point center.
Bada, absolutely. It's going Blick. Delta pilots are the best.
129
landers.
inbound, visual 12.
I'm sure some of our Sun Country pilot friends would take exception to that,
But
but I'll tell you what, those Delta pilots, whew, they really know how to butter the pavement. I'll tell you what. We love Delta here at MSP.
District 557 Minneapolis, start to 3 mile final, wind 13013, run 1 direct clear line.
All right, so I'm going to check on the status
Text the Alpha Delta, monitor ground point center.
Alpha Delta, ground point
of our
418.
A300 flight. Not sure what's going on or what. Because they were on the schedule for today, so they had filed. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought they were going to be coming in around 5 p.m., but I'm so used to seeing the UPS heavies come in around 5 p.m. Forgive me, everybody, but we will have the A300 tonight. So used to seeing 25, 60 heavy and 55, 56 heavy arrive closer to the top of the 5 o'clock hour. Not used to spotting on Saturday a whole lot, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. There's another Farmer Red Tail. It's an X Northwest Delta A320.
So 2129, turn left, contact ground. And what's your gate?
Gate Delta 3.
Delta 2129, text the Alpha Delta, Quebec, monitor ground point center.
All right, let's take another look at our A320 arrival. It's flight 2129 from Miami, Florida.
3105, visual 12 right.
American 3105, Minneapolis, wind 13013, run 12 right, clear line.
Clear line 12 right, American 3105.
Got a Cessna Citation inbound for NetJets from Ypsilanti. I believe that's Willow Run in the Detroit area. We'll have it in view in just a second. Typically like for them to get a little bit closer. All right. All right, let's catch it. Also curious to know if any of you are playing that new game from Flight Radar 24 called Sky Cards.
4 mile final, wind 13013, run 12 right, clear line.
Clear line 12 right, Delta 2078.
Since they're a biz jet, they're going to go to Signature Flight Support Services Terminal, which will be a right-hand turn off from where they will exit runway 12 right.
Getting off the Whiskey 5.
Jet 557, taxi via Whiskey 6 into Signature.
Whiskey 6 or Signature, Jet 557. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, so we have just put in a live poll in our chat. Have you played Sky Cards by Flight Radar 24 before? It's a very fun game. I am not being paid to say this. I started playing it and I can't stop. So I know that there are a few jets throughout our stream here today that would certainly be good catches on Sky Cards.
Alpha Delta, monitor ground for 9.
There we go. We got an American Airlines 737-800. It's in charge of Flight 3105 from Dallas, Fort Worth. Next up for arrival on runway 12 right, Delta 2078 from San Francisco.
73, proceed via Lima 3, Christian Delta, Kilo 3, at Kilo 3, hold short, runway 17.
So there's our Delta flight from SFO.
3 monitor tower 12367.
Led by a 737.
Tango Kilo Cross 22 something.
All right, we'll have another look at our San Francisco arrival.
The 4238 Minneapolis, Starwind 15013, runway 12 left, clear line. 73 Minneapolis, Kilo 3, cross runway 17, Lima, cross runway 4.
3105. Hold short of Charlie 6. I might have to move you, but I'll see if I can just hold you there.
Alright, short of Charlie 6 for now. We'll be standing by American 3105.
Ground Delta 2078 going to Fox 6.
678 minutes, going to take the Alpha.
Taxi Alpha, Delta 2078.
All right, next up we got Delta 1590 from Sarasota, Florida. Airport code SRQ.
4 Minneapolis, search for final wind 15013, or runway 12 right, clear line.
We got Freedom 1 going off behind us. Thought I could swing around and catch it. Didn't quite have the angle that time. We got an Airbus A220
1590, turn left, and contact ground for now.
with the surface from Sarasota tonight.
Tower, release 2488. We're with you 4 miles outside Kent for the right.
Collision 2488, Minneapolis, search for 5 mile final wind 15013, or 12 right, clear line.
Okay, 170 until 5 mile final, cleared to land. 12 right.
35593 Minneapolis, search for 2 mile final wind 15013, runway 12 left, clear line.
Next two arrivals on runway 12 right. Delta 424 from Houston with an A220-100. And then taking up the rear behind it, Allegiant 2488 from Punta Gorda, Florida. It's with an Airbus A320-200. UPS 5560 Heavy now on the downwind. Pretty shortly it'll be making a right base or right turn on the final approach for runway 12 right. It's our UPS A300 arrival from Louisville, Kentucky. So we'll be seeing some heavy freighter action coming your way in just a tad bit. Also want to give a big shout out to our controllers on duty. You guys do great work up there at MSP Tower. We love our controllers here at MSP. Big aviation enthusiast, by the way, too.
Wind 15013.
I'm not so sure that's a very safe idea, but okay, I guess you do you. Anything to get some extra height, to get a clear picture over the fence that surrounds the viewing area.
Skywest 4238 minutes ground, taxi via Papa.
76 Minneapolis, search for 2 mile final wind 15013, runway 12 left, clear line. Southwest 3757, flight 140, contact departure. Delta 424, turn left, contact ground point enter.
Left ground point 9, Delta 424.
Runway 17, ground point 9 for taxi.
Oh, look at that.
Ground Delta.
Buttered it up
424,
good.
Delta 7 Park, Fox 11.
Delta 424 minutes ground taxi
Really
via
nice landing.
Alpha and Delta.
Alpha Delta, Delta 424.
American 3105.
All right, next
Can you
up for
taxi via
arrival.
Delta,
Here we go,
Charlie
our
6,
Allegiant
Charlie short of Charlie 5.
A320
We'll loop around Delta
from
Charlie
Punta
6,
Gorda,
Charlie short of
Florida.
5, American 3105.
American 2802. If able, hold your push just for a moment. There will be an American passenger tail off to the right.
Blue Street 5593, turn right, contact ground point enter.
2, continue your push, thank you.
2 minutes after wind 14012, Roma 12 right, clear line.
Street 5593, Minneapolis. Ground taxi via Papa.
Let's take another look at our Allegiant
2488,
arrival
turn right, take via, or
from
turn right,
Punta
contact ground
Gorda.
point enter.
Right, ground point 9, our Allegiant 2488.
Nicely done on the landing, by the way, too.
Minneapolis ground, Allegiant 2488, clear at Whiskey 5, taxi for hotel.
Legion 2488, contact ground point enter.
Minneapolis ground, Allegiant 2488, clear at Whiskey 5, taxi for hotel.
488 minutes ground taxi via Whiskey Delta.
Whiskey Delta, Park, Allegiant 2488.
CBS 5560, heavy Minneapolis Star Trek 5 mile final wind 13013, Roma 12 right, clear line.
American 3105, just to clarify, you're looking for Foxtrot 15.
Say again for 3105?
American 3105, I just want to make sure I got the right gate for you. Looking for Foxtrot 15, and they said a couple minutes.
Echo 15 is our gate, and they said that was the aircraft that just pushed, I believe. They said should be just a couple minutes.
Okay, very good, thank you. I'll get you moving as soon as I can.
Ghost 3876,
All right, so
turn right,
many of
contact ground
you
point
that
enter.
have responded to our live poll have not played Sky Cards yet. I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a dime.
American 202, roger.
It's an
American
interactive
3105,
flight radar
Northwest
game.
Charlie 5, Delta to the
You
gate.
can build cards in your decks. It's
Charlie
kind
five,
of
Delta to the
it's
gate.
kind of like
Amen.
Pokemon Go,
Northwest
but
five.
for airplanes.
Skywest 3876, Minneapolis ground taxi via Pop, good day.
So we'll let them navigate off to Terminal 2.
Ground for American 3105. From your vantage point, do you see if we have enough room to clear the 73 to park in the gate at 15?
I wouldn't be able to tell any better than you can from up here. Company says you can make it in.
Alright, we'll take their word. We'll assess when we get there. Thanks.
Lane, caution, we turbulence, that traffic is a heavy Airbus.
1-2 right, clear lane.
Roger, it appears to be protected.
Got another 737 arrival.
Right, cut the ground front enter. Contact ground front enter.
0.92.
It's a flight from Montego Bay. It's Delta 1852.
Delta 2 minutes, ground taxi Alpha.
It's the flight that we just saw arrive. And next up for arrival, it's one of our notables. It's our UPS A300 from Louisville, Kentucky.
Off Papa 4, off Papa, taxi to Alpha.
Endeavor 2126 minutes, ground taxi to Papa.
Yeah, Papa.
Ground American 2802, ready to taxi with Yankee.
2217, taxi via Delta, Charlie 5, Charlie, hold short runway 12 right.
Runway 17, Delta, Charlie 5, Charlie, hold short of 12 right, American 2802.
There's our big A300.
Minneapolis, departure information, Zulu, Mount Colonel, altimeter 2987.
UPS 5560 heavy, turn right, contact ground front enter.
Turn right, UPS 5560.
All right, let's take another look at that.
Ground, go to UPS 5560 heavy, Whiskey 5, we are joining on this.
UPS 5560 heavy, Minneapolis, ground, hello. Taxi to your hangar via Whiskey, Mike, Tango, cross runway 4.
Whiskey Mike Tango, cross runway 4, UPS 5560.
Here we go. Nicely done.
Charlie 9 to the south base. Who was that? Truck 5, push, approved.
Aviation by the mile. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for the 199 Super Chat. MSP is my home airport. I love watching this. And, well, thank you. We are honored to bring you ultra high fidelity live broadcasts from MSP Airport to our local audience. I love coming out here and sharing my spotting experiences with all of you. It's an absolute blast. Elias, thank you so much for the heads up that Icelandair has passed over you, and I know that you're in northern Minnesota.
Minneapolis ground, total position via Quebec.
So
Charlie,
we're going to stick around and catch the arrival of Iceland Air 657 from Reykjavik. Well, we might get a mic taxi with the A300. Come on, do it. Yep, they're going on mic. So I am all the way zoomed out.
Runway 17, ground point 9.
That aircraft went from edge to edge of the picture frame. That's how close that taxi was.
267, American 2802.
300 feet away. That's how close it taxied by us. 300 feet away on taxiway Mike. And of course the nice scent of Jet A wafting its way over here from that taxi.
Cross runway 12 right and turn right on Whiskey, American 2802.
It's American 2802. This is off to Charlotte Douglas International at 737-800. Now, since they're taxiing on Alpha, I'm not quite sure if they're just going to go all the way down to the threshold of 12 right cross, runway 12 right, and then make their way over to 17 to depart to Charlotte, or they're going to want 12 right for departure instead. Or they're just going to taxi Alpha, cross from runway 12 right. Yeah, they're going to 17. Because I know those flights are pretty full, but...
Garrett 4766, you released to O'Hare between 20
but they're
and
not
22.
flights that
Time now
routinely would require more real estate to depart, especially with the 737.
Super Tug 5, monitor tower 126.7. Horizon 2434, Minneapolis, ground, push approved, runway 12 left, ground point 9 for taxi, information Zulu current.
Got some interesting arrivals.
Tower at Charlie, cross from my 12 right, continue via Charlie,
Got
monitor
a 717.
Cross 1 right, continue Charlie, 149.
That's coming in from St. Louis Lambert off the distance. So that's next up to arrive on runway 12 right. Then on the downwind, Delta 2209 with a 757-300. Another flying pencil. And Iceland Air 657, 27 minutes out, past the Duluth area. So looking forward to catching Iceland Air tonight. Now, we are going to expect a north parallel arrival. We'll still get it, though. They'll still be in full view. So we'll get them. Now, it'd be really nice if they were to use the south parallel, but typically Iceland Air, they love to use that north parallel for arrival. Sometimes they'll use 12 right, 30 left, though.
Brickyard 4766, runway 17, taxi via Delta, Charlie 6, Mike.
But Iceland Air, when they
4,
depart,
runway 12 right.
as Iceland Air 656,
Delta, Charlie 6.
they like runway 12 right, 30 left if they can get it, just
Brickyard
for
4766
performance.
on Mike, hold short, runway 12
But
right.
sometimes they'll use the north parallel too. I'll tell you what, folks. Even though it's 45 degrees in Fahrenheit, I'm starting to get a little chilly. I might need to put a coat on. Now, I have a lightweight button-down jacket that I'm wearing. But yeah, I might think I need a little extra warmth here. So I might have to step off the camera and off headset for a second.
Country 1665, monitor tower 123.67.
Monitor 2367, Country 1665.
All right, so here's our arrival from St. Louis Lambert with a 717.
Just 4130 minutes after I went 14014, runway 12 left, button.
Also keep in mind, folks,
Zulu's current, ground point 9 for taxi.
we've got Delta 10 Heavy. It's going to be departing as well. Coming up on the broadcast, we'll take another look at the arrival from our Delta flight out of St. Louis.
Alpha for Charlie.
Welcome to
Delta
Minneapolis.
2029 Minneapolis, ground taxi via Alpha, Delta, Quebec.
Alpha, Delta, Quebec, 2029.
Brickyard 4766, monitor tower 126.7.
Monitor 267, Brickyard
14015, runway 12 right, code line. Contact departure.
Over to departure. We're on a heading of 140, American 2802.
All right, so I'm going to leave the feet up, folks. I got to step off headset here and go get my coat on,
Turn right on whiskey.
which thankfully I did bring. I'm getting a little bit chilly.
12 right on Whiskey, Brickyard 4766.
Sounds good for
All right, so I'll be back in
turn left,
a couple
heading
seconds.
140, runway 17, so take off.
Ground present 2431, Echo 1, ready taxi.
Present 2434, runway 12 left, taxi via Delta Papa. Join behind the Delta 717, left to right.
12 left, use Delta Papa behind the 717, present 2434.
Present 2434, on Papa, cross runway 4.
And I'll pop across runway 4, present 2434.
The 2029 taxi via Papa, Charlie 5 is pushed back at Airbus 321, caution for them.
All right, I'm back. I got my coat on. A little bit warmer now. Doing all right. All right, so we can get back to some of the line plane spotting here. Hey, Coco Joe, thank you for tuning in. From California, well, thank you for tuning in up here to the chilly North Star state of Minnesota for some live plane spotting. Picture quality on MSP is the best on YouTube. Well, thank you. I put a lot of work into making the picture as good as I can make it. And of course, thank you for the like. Although it seems to be 3D. Yeah, when you get a nice, sharp picture, it can make all the difference. Now, back in August of last year, I ended up making a significant personal investment. I was doing some contract work as a video editor with a particular client. Paid very nicely. Put the money down on a very nice compact professional Sony Handycam, and it's exactly what we're looking at MSP Tower through right now. It's got a nice big, and for a professional camcorder, it's got a nice broadcast grade size 1-inch sensor.
Any right turn contact ground, point niner.
And a nice big Zeiss lens. With a 62 millimeter thread size. It's a pretty big lens
minute and a half to get you going.
for the type of camera
2029 Airbus Osprey's leaving now. You can taxi in behind them.
that I've thrown into production here.
You as well.
All right, here's our 757.
Skywest 4130 Minneapolis, ground taxi to Papa, good day. Taxi to Papa, good day, Skywest 4130.
3574 Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 12, runway 12 right, cleared to land. 3.5 and 12 an Airbus, currently 30 overtake.
12 right,
and 2434 Minneapolis Tower, turn left heading 100, runway 12 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alpha, Delta, Papa, cross runway 4, join Alpha behind the Airbus at your tail.
Alpha Delta Papa, cross runway 4 for 12 left, and we'll join Alpha behind the 321. Delta 2114.
2114, give way to the exiting 75.
Give way to the exiting 75, Delta 2114.
All right, we got to take another look at the 757-300 landing. It always deserves a replay, in my opinion. This particular aircraft is so cool to spot. And we are so lucky to have nonstop 757-300 action here at MSP International Airport.
Delta 2229, taxi via Alpha.
And all of Delta's 757-300s once worked for Northwest. They were all delivered to Northwest Airlines in the early 2000s. All 13 of them. Now, the original order, I want to say that Northwest placed was around 20. But then they scaled it back after 9/11 to, I think, around maybe under 10. And then they increased that order again. So in the end, Northwest wound up with 13 of them.
167, Delta 26, yes. 1037, monitor tower, 126.7. For traffic right there. Make this 180 back onto Alpha, then taxi via Alpha. Alright, 180 back onto Alpha, and then Alpha and Delta 2209, give way to exiting 321.
Inch left Alpha 5 or Alpha 4, contact ground point 9.
Alpha 5 or 4, ground point 9, Delta 914. And then Quebec, cross runway 4.
On 22, hold short, runway 12 right.
On 22, short of 12 right, Delta 10.
All right, folks, we've got more arrivals. More arrivals.
Ground Delta 914, clearing 12 right, and Alpha 4 going to Fox.
Things continuing to stay fairly active.
Delta 914, may have ground taxi via Alpha.
Remember, we also still have yet to catch Delta 10 departing off to London Heathrow, and also we have yet to catch Iceland Air 657 from Reykjavik. It's an arrival of 737 MAX 9.
Delta 22 down, you can make the 180 now and join Alpha.
I won't do the 180 now, join Alpha, Delta 22.
Country 1675, Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 2 left.
That's Mike, cross runway.
Sorry, on 2222 from the right.
22, cross right.
1037, Minneapolis tower at Mike Cross, runway 12 right, join with.
On Mike Cross 12 right, join Whiskey Delta 1037.
All right, let's take a look at our Sun Country 737 arrival.
Sun Country 574. Sun Country 574, joining Whiskey Hotel 3.
Sun Country 534, Minneapolis ground, taxi via Whiskey, Charlie.
This is Sun Country 574. This is from Cancun, Mexico.
Charlie 1, Hotel 365. Delta 2683, ready for taxi.
Delta 2683, runway 17, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Delta 1037.
7 Alpha Charlie, hold short at 12 right. Delta 2683.
About to cross in front of us here in just a moment off to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Then A321 200. There it is.
Delta 10 heavy, roger, 12 right. And your push is approved. Do not block taxiway.
We've got another Delta A321 playing Follow the Leader with that Fort Lauderdale service.
Alpha 2192, Minneapolis tower, wind is 140 and 12, runway 12 right, clear 407 Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17. 1237 Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17. The ground, point header.
0.9, Delta 143.
3, give way to exit traffic.
Give way to exiting traffic, Delta 2633.
That's 1236, Christian United 1237, Minneapolis ground, push approved, runway 17.
Clear push, runway 17, United 1237. Ground 143, clear Alpha 4, going to Alpha 1.
Minneapolis tower traffic, there's no traffic on final, 12 left, final point.
Alright, Bravo, traffic.
And 10 heavy.
10 heavy, go sir.
Disregard that traffic.
Right, yep.
Join Bravo.
Delta 10 Heavy
Roger, yeah, we're going
pushing back from Terminal 1, Concourse G, off to London Heathrow. So one of our viewers on board that flight tonight.
07, we have information to room, ready for taxi.
2107, runway 17, taxi via Delta, hold short, runway 12 right.
Via Delta, hold short of runway 12 right, Delta 2105.
Delta 2683, taxi Alpha, hold short of runway 12 right at Charlie.
Alpha, hold short, 12 right at Charlie, Delta 2653.
4881, Minneapolis ground, taxi pop to the gate.
Looks like we got a runway 12 left departure there with that 737 900 ER.
Taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo and cross runway. Actually, let's go. Can you make Charlie 1?
Yeah, we can make Charlie 1. We were told 12 left, so one goes 17.
Yeah, you should be going to 17, not 12 left there. You got the numbers for 17?
Yeah, we'll put that back in, we got it. So 6117, Delta Sierra Kilo, and not sure if you actually crossed.
So good 16, yeah, come the other way now. So Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Here's a look at downtown Minneapolis off in the distance.
Over 4858, give way to that Airbus from the right, and then taxi via Delta, Quebec, what's the gate?
Ground Delta 914.
914, go ahead.
Yeah, we're about halfway in the alley. Having an issue getting our gate clear. We got no gates available, so you okay if we hang out here for a bit, or you can just park somewhere?
914, if you make that left turn, let's go Delta.
No gate available.
Pull back, runway 4, and then hold short of Charlie 6.
Caleb, thanks for the heads up. Now, remind me again, are you going to be more towards the front, the pointy end, or are you going to be towards the towards the tail end of our A330neo tonight?
Minneapolis ground, give away our preference for company.
So Caleb is going to shine the light.
Coming for the Butcher Bridge, guys, 484.
United 1237, race taxi Zulu.
This is going to be epic.
4858 and cut the corner to join Delta.
First time that I think we will have done that on our broadcast.
17 taxi via Papa Mike, crossway 4.
Over live viewer. Super cool to do. Thank you so much, Caleb.
Monitor tower 126.7.
6.7, Delta 2107.
2683 monitor tower 126.7.
67 Delta 2683.
So we're 3621 on the left turn and on the left hand.
26 2192, any left turns available, contact ground on point enter.
Alright, left turn, ground point enter, Delta 2192.
Delta 2107, we have the tower at Delta, cross runway 12 right, join whiskey, cross midward.
At Delta, we're clear across runway 12 right.
There's Delta 10 off in the distance.
Affirmative, cross mid-forward for Delta 2107.
Pretty soon we will be catching it rock and roll off to London.
Tower, the next intersection, Delta, cross runway 12 right, join whiskey, cross runway 4 behind the 220.
Delta cross 12 right, join whiskey, cross 4 behind the 220, Delta 2683.
Taxi via Alpha and cross runway 4.
Whoops. Didn't want to do that.
There's two calling at the same time there. 1237. I heard you. Runway 17, taxi via Papa Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, and 12 right, give way to the CRJ, about to pass your tail, eastbound on Quebec.
Give way to the CRJ behind us, runway 17, Papa Mike, cross 4, short, 12 right, United 1237.
That's 1237, and that's Papa, give way to the two CRJs from the right.
Give way to 2 CRJs.
All right, so we're going to take a look at the spotter guide for the A330-900 Neo. It's an impressive aircraft, the silent giant, as I like to call it.
Ground tuck 4 heavy, ready for tail.
So here we go. Here's a quick look at the stats on the aircraft we're about to catch to go off to London.
407,
And our spotter guide's proudly presented by DG Pilot.
Cross runway 4, hold short of runway 12
Now,
right.
this aircraft has extended range from the Dash 300 variant that it's built off of. This is a re-engined version of that A330-300. Doesn't quite have the performance statistics that they were hoping for. When Airbus came out with this aircraft, it was a really nice re-engine
514, copy.
of the 330, that new engine option, A330-900. Super cool to watch land and take off here at MSP Airport. They are giants with a length of just under 220 feet long, wingspan of 210 feet, powered by a couple of Trent 7000 engines from Rolls-Royce. Geared turbofan engines that play musical notes when spun at lower revolutions. So the spool up on these aircraft are super fun to listen to.
The 320 will follow you.
And it has an impressive range.
So 4943 Minneapolis ground taxi to Papa the gate.
When you look at the 330-900, under 7,000, just under 7,000 miles of total range. So they can stretch it. The longest A330neo flight out of Minneapolis, St. Paul is to Tokyo, Haneda. But these aircraft, a compensate here at MSP Airport and Fort Delta. Let's take a quick look Look at our spotter guide on the A330-900 Neo, presented in part by DG Pilot.
Skywest 3653 Minneapolis ground. Wait for a CRJ to pass the tail and push approved for 12 left.
514 Minneapolis Tower, wind 150.
Right next to the engine. Thank you, Caleb.
One direct, clear land on the 540.
We'll be looking for you in that general vicinity.
I'd like to have a waiver for the crossing restriction, 7 miles from
See if I can punch in as
10 heavy copy,
much as I can. So we certainly want to get that.
Mike, you're going to give way to the first CRJ you see from the right. The second one will follow. We'll give way to you.
Kelsey, you're welcome.
Right. We'll see one CRJ.
Appreciating the jam, the underscore music to our spotter guides. Yeah, found some nice music to license for our broadcasts.
6, if you can pull as close to the gate as you can. There's some people wanting to get by you. Delta 2107, fly runway heading on 17, cleared for takeoff. 316 75 ready. Push approved for only 12 left.
Push approved, 12 left, 2246.
Cars 3791 Minneapolis ground. Wait for a CRJ to pass the tail, then push is approved for only 17.
330 Minneapolis Tower, wind is 140 at 10, and 12 left, go in. 301 departure, powder altitude. United 1237 at Mike, give way to the heavy Airbus from restriction at the Alpha, give way to the heavy Airbus from the left, hold short, runway 12 right at Mike.
Give way to the heavy Airbus.
Skywest 3791. And then 4858, go pop all the way to the gate, sorry, they're supposed to wait for you.
I've continued holding a position to be sequence stop at trap stop 12 left.
Got Islander 657 sneaking in on runway 12 right.
Right up to Whiskey 5 on Whiskey and come on.
Number 4834, keep it rolling at Mike, cross runway 12 right, join Whiskey, traffic 3 out.
Get across runway 12 right on Mike, and Whiskey to the 4843.
Yeah, with 3649 without delay, please.
10 heavy.
Yes, so we'll give away to that CRJ ahead of us here, but on the right we see United Bird. Is that going to give way to us?
The 10 heavy United is giving way to you, and you can go ahead and go to tower, have a little.
Tower is giving way to us, have a good day, sir, Delta 125.
Delta 407, hold short, runway 12 right at Mike.
Delta 12 right at Mike,
Delta 407, monitor tower 126.7 feet.
26 down, see you later. On by 657 already.
And there was, flight there 657, Minneapolis contact via Whiskey Delta to the gate.
Whiskey Delta to the gate, 657.
Delta 756, Minneapolis ground push approved for only 12 left.
Push approved, 12 left, Delta.
Delta 2485, Minneapolis ground after United out the other way, push is approved for 12 left.
Alright, after United, push approved, 12 left, Delta. 485.
25, north heading 120 to 17, cleared for takeoff. And I'm sorry, I missed the call. Who's ready to taxi? Control only 12 left, taxi via Papa Trust 14.
Here we go. There's Delta 10 Heavy making its way to runway 12 right for departure.
Delta 2607 Minneapolis ground, reference company behind you, push is approved for only 17.
Alright, watching company behind, push approved.
All right, here's Icy with the MAX 9.
12 left.
Welcome to Minneapolis.
Yeah, we did last traffic push back.
So they'll make their way over to Terminal 2.
683, fly runway heading runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Got a United A320. And then playing follow the leaders is Delta 717 behind it, both crossing runway 12 right.
Idiot.
1237, expedite to the end. Gonna get you off the ground here in 2 minutes. Ground push through for only 17. 576, Nip Tower, wind 150 at 11, runway 12 left, to the land. Contact via Alpha, Delta, hold short of Charlie 5. Alpha Delta, short of Charlie 5, Delta, fly, hold. Ground, Delta, 2246, runway 12 left, taxi via Delta, Papa, cross runway 4. Delta, Papa, please cross runway 4, 120 left, Delta 20. Give you behind a Delta 717, follow the Delta 717 to the end. Follow the Delta 717.
Listen to that spool up sound. Isn't that cool?
CRJ and the paddle follow you.
From the BMW Rolls Royce. Engines at the back.
2931, 800, push approved.
BR turbofan engines. Love the sounds that they produce.
4276 in the F car, wind 150 at 10, and what's your right, clear to land?
What's your right, clear to land. 2122, push approved for runway 12 left.
Southwest 32, 18,
Butter.
Minneapolis, ground push approved for runway 17.
It is on. The heat is on. The evening rush in full swing here at MSP Airport.
Cross runway 12 right, and then with the
Endeavor CRJ just been given clearance to cross runway 12 right.
3791, 800.
Headed over to runway 17 for departure.
Sequence line 175 off the nose.
Alright, sequence for the 175. Ground up to 2946 on Alpha with parking at Charlie 10.
Contact the Alpha Delta Quebec to Charlie 10.
Alpha Delta Quebec to Charlie 10, Delta 2946.
Airside arrival on runway 12 left. And what in the heck? Have you ever seen this? What is going on here? Never seen. There's so many BMWs here. Is there some sort of get together that I wasn't aware of? What is going on here?
The 3653, Roger. Hold those position there when that's
all those BMWs. Bunch of sports cars just pulled up at the viewing area. That's kind of cool.
Delta 1308 Minneapolis ground. What's the gate?
Delta 13, Delta 1308.
So 1308, taxi via Papa Charlie, hold short of Charlie 6 for now.
Papa Charlie, short Charlie 6. Ground Delta 2607, front of Foxtrot 5, ready to taxi. We have Zulu.
Delta 2607, only 17, taxi via Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short and 12 right, give way to your company from the left. Got Delta.
Okay, 17, you said Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short of 12 right, give way to company at Delta 2607.
For movie 737 left.
Delta 2607. 85, ready to taxi, Zulu.
I'm sorry, 717, who was ready to taxi?
Delta 2485.
So 2485, runway 12 left, taxi via Papa, cross runway 4, join Papa behind the airport.
Got Frontier arriving with an A320 neo.
And then 12 left via Papa, cross runway 4, Delta 2485.
So 756, Minneapolis, runway 12 left, taxi via Alpha, Delta, Papa, cross runway 4.
Let's take a look.
12 left, Alpha, Delta, Papa, cross runway 4, Delta 756.
American 2220 Minneapolis ground. You wait for 73 to pass the tail, then pushes approved for only 17.
It's a Frontier flight from Phoenix. Frontier 4276 with Marshall,
145 Minneapolis ground, push approved for only
the
12.
ring-tailed cat on the tail.
Frontier flight 2842.
It's the mascot that this A320 neo is flying with for Frontier. They've got the animals on the tail. Love that.
Runway 12 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 12 right, 2025. 2946. Out of 21 122 at Golf 22, request taxi with Zulu.
3528, give way to the Airbus coming out of the alley from the left.
Ground Southwest 3218, ready for taxi, gate Hotel 12 with Zulu.
Fly heading 140 and 173 for takeoff.
Runway 12 right.
Papa Charlie, short of 12 right, Sun Country 576.
Ground Delta 2931, break taxi.
2607, monitor tower 126.7, see it.
The Wall Shadow Heavy.
2122, runway 12 left, taxi via Alpha Delta Papa, cross runway 4.
Walk.
So 2122, runway 12 left, taxi via Alpha Delta Papa, cross runway 4.
2122, Alpha Delta Papa.
Charlie 5 and Delta to the gate.
1308 Charlie 5, Delta to the gate, Fox 13.
Ground Delta 914.
914, stand by. 2931, runway 17, taxi via Papa, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, runway 12 right.
All right, here we go.
Papa, Mike, cross runway 4.
Delta 10 Heavy with the A330-900 Neo lining up on runway 12 right for London.
6 to the gate, just use caution for that American push and they're going on Delta.
Alright, right turn Charlie 6 to the gate, Delta 514.
American 2220, make sure you push far enough back to not block Charlie 6 for me.
Point Fox, Charlie 6, American 2220. Ground Southwest 3218, ready to taxi, Hotel 12 with Zulu.
Sun Country 571, give way to the 2 inbound Deltas from Charlie 6.
All right, so one of our viewers is going to shine the light
Was that 570?
out the window. Here they go, off to London.
That Charlie 6, give way to the 2 Deltas at Charlie 6, they're coming inbound from the right side.
Give way to the 2 Deltas at Charlie 6, Sun Country 576.
Ground Scout 3791, taxi.
1792 off on Alpha for Bell 5.
576 will just be the first one there, continue hold short runway 12 right at Charlie.
Okay, give way to 1 Delta at Charlie 6 and then hold to the 126.
Ground Southwest 3218, taxi Zulu.
Southwest 3218, runway 17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4, Southwest 3218.
3653, you said you were ready to taxi? Delta 756, give way to that traffic that's heading just off the nose there. They're going into the alley.
Yeah, we see him. We're doing it. Delta 756, we'll give way. Ground Delta 514, our gate Fox 7 still occupied.
It is, yes. 2145, runway 12 left, taxi via Alpha, Delta, Papa, cross runway 4.
Have great flight. Got another arrival, Southwest, getting in behind the Delta Heavy departure. 737, 800.
To right, join Whiskey, traffic 6 up.
At Alpha 10, clear across 1, 2 right, Whiskey, Delta 2607.
Oh, that was a smooth. Did y'all see that? That was just smooth. Super smooth landing from that Southwest. 737, 800.
Papa Charlie Bravo, Golf 11, Delta 6%. 25.
Oh, we need to take another look at this.
Just give way to that 7, the Delta 73 right. Actually, no,
Woo-hoo!
right there.
That was smooth. That might be our smoothest landing of the day. I don't know, what do you guys think?
514, you're going to make that Charlie 5, left turn on Charlie, and then Bravo, runway 4, back to where you were.
That just might be the smoothest landing of the day.
1267, Sun Country 566.
So
9, or
have a second replay look at this.
Charlie there, right
This
on
deserves
Bravo, right on
2
runway 4,
replays.
Cross runway 12 right, continue Charlie 2.
Cross runway 12 right, Charlie 2, Sun Country 576.
122, straight in the gate as far as you can for me for driving nearby.
Aviation by the mile says I am on Delta 2607
756.
going to SLC tonight. Can you catch my departure? Well, I'm going to go look it up.
And Charlie Papa, cross runway 4.
Charlie 6, Charlie Papa, cross runway 4, Delta 75.
Delta 605, just hold short of Papa for me.
Hold short Papa, Delta 7.
Ground scout 3791 ready.
Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, and 12
So
right.
it looks like your flight has passed our live broadcast view.
3794, Papa, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, and 12 right.
Wish I could teleport over to the west side of MSP to get your departure, but it looks like, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to.
914.
But hey, thank you for the heads up.
Left on Charlie 6.
Love that.
Delta 605, where'd you want to go? Roll Fox and Juliet, call metering. 605, where'd you want us to hold?
Sorry, say that one more time, the call sign.
Delta 605, you said hold on Papa, we're on Papa.
605, hold short of, just hold your position right there. Hold short of Charlie, we're giving way to some traffic coming by, and then I'll get you going.
Hold short where we are, Delta 605.
Aviator Andrew, hey, thank you for tuning in. Hey, I don't know if you remember, I was on Sun Country 107 on the 9th.
Hotel 13.
I was not on the A side of the aircraft. I was on 24 Foxtrot, so 24F is the seat.
Ground Delta 4931,
So I didn't see the wave. Headed to St. Thomas tomorrow on SY787. Should be fun. Well, hey, have a great trip.
20, thanks.
I'd love to take a flight somewhere right about now. I'm itching to get back in the air. Now, my most recent aviation adventure was aboard Sun Country to Detroit Metro Airport back in December.
2122, make that half right turn to join hotel now for me. Hotel, Quebec, cross runway 4.
2122, half right turn to go hotel, Quebec, cross runway 4.
2145, same for you. You're going to go straight ahead, make the half right turn to join hotel, Quebec, cross runway 4.
Alright, half right turn, hotel, cross runway 4.
Yeah, so Caleb Peterson
2967,
shining the light out of that
pushes approved for runway 17.
right side window from the departing A330neo from earlier. Appreciate it. Looks like we had 3 shine the lights as well, not just 1, but 3.
Continue taxiing via Charlie and Alpha. What was the game?
Charlie and Alpha going to Gulf Web, Delta 7.
Code 3791, you want us to go around the circle?
American 2220 at hotel, give way to this traffic guide to your left.
Hotel, give way to traffic to left, American Switch.
November 415, section November 41, Foxtrot Juliet, may up ground runway 17, taxi via Wheaton, cross runway 4.
It's another one of Delta's venerable 737 900 ERs.
20 monitor tower 126.7, see ya.
R267, American Switch.
Super 5, actually push it approved. Let me know when you're ready to move.
2122, if you're still with me, tower will call the sequence 2395 now, please. 2395 now for Delta 2122, thanks.
58 Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 13, my 12 right, clear to land.
From the left, and monitor tower 126.7.
Kelsey, bro was going up and down with the light. Yeah, I saw that.
From the left, monitor tower
Super cool.
Alright, at hotel, we'll give way to the Airbus.
That is the first time that has ever happened on our air live.
Ground Skywest 4005, pop-up, gate.
So again, super thanks to Caleb.
Contact via Papa to the gate.
Skywest 4005.
Aviation by the mile, yes. I went into DG Pilot recently. I picked up one of those
heading 215, contact departure, good day.
cool Northwest Airlines business class beverage glasses. I think it's a wine glass. Not sure what it is. Picked it up fairly recently, and it's really cool.
Mike, cross runway 12 right, turn right on Whiskey, American waits for you. For 2295 for the sequence.
November 1 Foxtrot Juliet, give way to American.
American 2220 will be behind the Embraer. Be behind an Embraer at Mike.
On Mike, cross behind Ember, or on Ember on Mike.
Five.
Thought that car was going to be hauling down Cargo Road. Like they're at a drag strip. That happens from time to time.
For 2238, yes, far, wind 150 at 11, or my 12 right, get away.
Please obey the posted speed limits. Thank you.
215, contact port.
Foxtrot. 881, runway 12 left, taxi via Pop, cross runway 4.
2 left, Papa, cross runway 4, Delta 881.
This American 737-800 is out to Dallas, Fort Worth International Airport. So they're going out to the Lone Star State tonight. The 737-800.
1309, Minneapolis ground, push is approved for runway 17.
Push approved, runway 17, Delta 2209.
American 3105, Minneapolis ground, push approved for runway 17.
Push approved, runway 17, American 31.
Sun Country 1671, Minneapolis ground, push approved for runway 17.
Push approved, 17, Sun Country 1671. Ground Delta 2749, confirm we need to let Fox 3 out first before we push, is that right?
Delta 2749, yes, that's it. Yeah, just give way to them, and then once they're out of the way, you push approved.
We'll do it, thank you.
675, monitor tower 126.7. 2967, runway 17, taxi, Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short, runway 12 right. Control point 11.
Papa 3, going to Delta 5.
2019 Minneapolis ground, taxi via Pop to Delta 5.
Delta 5 is range.
Look at that. We got a Dassault Falcon Trijet on the move to runway 17 for departure.
81 Minneapolis ground, push approved for runway 17.
Pushing now for 17, Legion 861.
Altimeter 2985.
Sky 3847 Minneapolis ground, push approved for runway 12 left.
Yeah, with 3791.
See those Dassault Falcon Trijets from time to time.
.514, your company that's just pushing here now, so it'll be a minute before you can get in. Look at pushing.
Copy that, Delta 514, thank you.
Tug 5, monitor point 9.
Guys.
Minneapolis ground, push is approved for runway 17.
Alright, Delta 1051, visual 12 right, 170 knots, 5 out.
1051 Minneapolis Tower, wind 160 at 10, runway 12 right, clear to land.
10 right, clear to land, Delta 1051.
All right, we got another arrival coming in. We're going to stay on the air here for a little bit.
Charlie, cross runway 12 right.
Let's take another look at our
Target 3105,
Delta
runway 17 taxi via
A321
Charlie,
arrival
hold short,
from
12
Las Vegas, Nevada. This is flight 2238 with an A321.
Cross Delta 2309, raise exit.
Delta 18, occasion 2238, Minneapolis ground, what's the gate?
791, flight 8215, contact party.
Runway 17, taxi Alpha Charlie, hold short, 912 right.
Alpha Charlie, hold short, 12 right from
Delta 2238, Minneapolis ground, what's the gate? 2238, taxi Alpha Delta, Quebec to Delta 3.
Diego, yes. It is busy at MSP. It gets very busy every day in the evening here.
51, Minneapolis ground, push crew 12 left.
Push crew is 12 left, Delta 2151. 25, visual, 12 left.
Delta 2125, next star, wind 170 at 160, gust 18, 912 right, clear to land.
12 right.
Falcon 1, Foxtrot, Juliet, 5 runway heading, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Ground Delta 2749, taxi with November.
2749, runway 17, taxi via Charlie 5 Charlie, hold short, 12 right, give way to your company from the left at Delta.
Alright, going to 17 via Charlie 5 Charlie, short 12 right, giving away to company from the left at Delta, Delta 2749.
American 3105, monitor tower 126.7.
Monitor 26.7, American.
1238, traffic out of the alley is giving way to you. 514, Charlie 6 into the alley behind your company coming out, and then the Airbus on Delta from the right.
Alright, Charlie 6 in the alley behind the bus coming out, and Airbus from the right, Delta 514.
2309, hold short runway 12 right at Delta.
It's methading 120, 120 in contact, departure, have a great day.
Hold short 12 right at Delta, Delta
2309, monitor tower 126.7, see it.
26.7, Delta 2292. Legion 851, taxi November.
Legion 851, runway 17.
Stepping down to take a little bit of a break.
Kilo, cross runway 4.
I have to stand on a ladder. Delta A321 arriving there, letting that one go on purpose, wanting to take a break. I have to stand up on a step ladder.
Car 3847, runway 12 left, taxi via Papa.
That could get a little bit tiring after a while. So please excuse that. Wanted to give myself a little bit of a break here to stretch for a second, get back up.
One, join Alpha, contact ground point 90.
Tower, Delta 1101,
1101, Minneapolis Tower, wind is 160 at 15, gust 18, runway 12 right, clear to land.
So folks, stay tuned. We're going to stay on the air for about maybe a half an hour or so until sundown.
49, monitor tower 126.7, see it.
Tower 2749,
Delta 2773, runway 17, taxi via Papa, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short runway 12 right, join Papa behind the 710, 175, passenger tail.
Alright, so 175 on Mike, cross 4, short of 1 Ground Super Tug 4 ready for tow.
Tug 4, just hold short of the tunnel for now.
Short of tunnel, Tug 4.
Right, join Whiskey, cross, mid forward.
That's Charlie Cross, 12 right, join Whiskey, cross 4, going to 17 Delta 2749.
2309 at Delta, cross, 12 right, join Whiskey, cross, mid forward.
Delta cross 12 right, Whiskey, cross runway 4, Delta 2209.
All right, we Let's take another look at our 737-900 ER arrival that just landed from Portland, Oregon. This is Delta Flight 2175.
16:21 minutes power, fly runway heading on 17, cleared for takeoff. Ground up to 2175, we're on Alpha 5 for Foxtrot 9.
2175, Minneapolis, contact via Alpha and Delta to the gate.
Alpha, Delta to the gate, Delta 2175.
Took 4 after that company's out of the way, continue Bravo to the gate. Bravo to the gate, we're going to... Took 4, continue all the way to East Main via Bravo.
Via Bravo, East Main base, Tug 4, thank you. 05 or 17, right up the way.
Salute time, another ex-Northwest aircraft for Delta. It's an A320.
Delta 2437, Minneapolis Tower, wind 160 at 11, gust 19er, runway 12 right.
All of Delta's A320s were ordered and delivered to Northwest Airlines.
Delta 2749, for now your sequence is be behind Allegiant for the left at the end, that may change.
Okay, copy. Behind Allegiant, Delta 2749.
2 left, taxi via Papa, cross runway 4.
12 left, Papa, cross runway 4, Delta 2134.
Got an A321 following up behind our
American
A320.
3105, fly runway heading runway 17, cleared for takeoff. Takeoff 17, fly runway.
And ground Delta 1858, can we pass the Super Tug?
The Super Tug should be moving right now. Super Tug 4, are you moving?
Yeah, ground Tug 4, we got a little tug issue here, they can pass us.
Delta 1858, just join Alpha all the way to the gate. Flighting 215 and contact departure.
Tug 4.
Delta 1858, after the tunnel, just join Bravo the rest of the way.
Charlie 12. Number 1, copy that. Down to Alpha 4, please. Let's turn at Alpha 4 and join Alpha right away and hold. Contact ground point enter.
Alpha 4, Alpha to hold there, and to ground on 1101.
I'll get you moving here a second.
Will do, Tug 4. Campus Tower number 1, fly heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Looks like we got the catering truck.
49, runway 17, out of point.
101, Minneapolis, contact via Alpha, Delta, Quebec to Charlie 12, I believe. That company's joining the
A350. I believe that is our A350 outbound to Detroit Metro tonight.
Delta 2654, Minneapolis Tower, wind 170 at 11, gust 19er, runway 12 right, to the land.
Getting all serviced up. This is A350 before
3105, fly heading 215 and
its
contact
flight out of
departure.
MSP. All right, and here we go. More arrivals on 12 right. It's an Airbus A320.
Visual 1 direct. Thank you for the contact ground point enter. 2749, fly runway heading on 17.
Oh yeah, gotta use that instant replay.
Delta 2437, Alpha 5.
A lot of good landings today. This is Delta 2437 from Spokane, Washington. Spokane is the largest city east of Seattle in the greater Seattle metropolitan area.
Alpha to East Main. Actually change the plans for Tug 4. We'd like to go to Gulf 14.
Tug 4, Bravo, 14 after the traffic.
After traffic, Bravo to Gulf 14, Tug 4.
173, amend the route, turn right on Alpha, hold short, runway 12 right at Alpha 8.
Alright, hold short of 12 right at Alpha 8. Delta 2773.
Legion 851, contact port. 2309, fly heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Heading 140, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
All right, we got an A321 Neo coming in for an arrival on 12 right.
2773 at Alpha 8, cross runway 12 right, join Whiskey, traffic 3 out.
Cross 12 right, Alpha 8, join Whiskey, Delta 27.
2151, man, runway 2654, any left turns available, contact ground on point 9er.
Left turn, next left turn, and over to ground, point 9, Delta 2654.
2309, contact departure.
Very Delta 5, go ahead.
This is Delta 2654 from Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson.
Tower wind is 160 and 12, runway 12 right, clear to land.
12 right, clear to land, 3773.
Super nice.
2151, fly heading 100, and 12 left, clear for takeoff.
Now, has any one of our live viewers had the privilege of flying on Delta's A321 Neo yet? Curious to know. I have yet to fly on that airplane. Love to do a trip out to LAX on the 321 Neo.
Delta 2654, it's Alpha Charlie, Quebec, Monaco.
It was a very nice landing from that Delta A321. Have another look.
Left, and we're going to Golf 13, Delta 1878.
So it's Delta 1878
Right, monitor ground, see you, good night.
from Cancun, Mexico.
2773, flag on my heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Next up for arrival on 12 right, just a moment, SkyWest 3773 from Cedar Rapids. There we go. Very well done. Very well done. Nice landing on the 321. And of course, we have even more action. So here's our Embraer from Cedar Rapids. It's an E175LR. I love these aircraft. They are super comfortable.
That's 3773, turn left Alpha 7, contact ground point 9.
Alpha 7 over to ground, that's 3773.
Let's have another look.
That's 3773, maps gonna take the Alpha Delta, Quebec.
Alpha Delta, Quebec, Sky 3773.
215, departure good day, Delta 2773.
Hey, Caleb. You bet. Caleb says, watching it back in the air here on Delta 10 Heavy. It was awesome. Glad you could catch us. Well, thank you for the heads up, and you're very welcome.
Delta 1810 on the visual, 12 right.
Delta 1810, Minneapolis Charlie, 16089er, from my 12 right, clear to land.
12 right, clear to land, Delta 1810.
Kelsey asks us, is at Go Around 29, that's Go Around Joe, one of our awesome controllers. Is he in the tower tonight? I don't know. You'd have to ask him. You'd have to DM him on Instagram. And by the way, Go Around Joe, he has our official MSP Airport Live soft wash hoodie. That's right. We have merch available. So if you love MSP Airport Live and you want to support the channel, but do so, show your support at the same time, go check out our online storefront for all of our MSP Airport Live merchandise. We've got mugs on there. We've got some hoodies, some sweatshirts. No t-shirts, but there's a reason for that. Go check it out. MSP Airport Live gear. Link is in the description below to get you to our online storefront. We've also got a bunch of caps on there as well, too.
Hop over to Papa around the aircraft.
That's 3773, join Papa to the gate.
Papa to the gate, 3773.
Delta 1817, visual 312 right, parking Delta
1817, Minneapolis Charlie, 16014, gust 21, from my 12 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 12 right, Delta 1817.
Flight confirmed, Delta 1810, clear to land.
1810, clear to land, runway 12 right.
Clear to land, runway 12 right, Delta 1810.
Okay, folks, so here's what we're going to do. Trying to figure out when would be a good time to close our show tonight. So we're going to stay on the air until about 7:30. Delta 2218 arriving from Phoenix Sky Harbor will have a 757-300 that'll be arriving shortly, in charge of that service. So I think what we'll do is we'll end on that 757-300 arrival. What do you guys think?
.4266 Minneapolis Charlie, 15013, gust 21, from my 12 left, clear to land.
385, runway 17, takes via Papa, cross runway 4, Mike, hold short, runway 12 right.
Alright, Papa, cross runway 4, Mike, hold short of 12 right for Delta 2385.
1810, turn left, contact ground point 9er, good day.
Looks like a slightly tipsy landing there from our ex-Northwest A319. Flying into MSP for Delta this evening. So this flight is coming in from Cozumel.
1812, Minneapolis Tower was 16012, that's 21.
It's a 22-year-old Airbus A319.
Minneapolis, what gate is it?
T1.
You say Golf 1 or Delta 1?
Golf 1.
Delta 1810, roger, taxi via Alpha, runway 4, short of Bravo.
Alpha, runway 4, short of Bravo, Delta 1810.
Somebody's revving their engine. We'll get that from time to time.
Delta 1812, clear land runway 12 right. Minneapolis Tower, that one's 16012, gust 21, runway 12 left, clear to land. 1817, turn left and contact ground point 9er.
Left ground point on Delta 18.
All right, so we'll have another look at our 737 arrival.
Delta 1817, Alpha going to go.
This is Delta 1817 from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Delta 1810, what are they telling you that aircraft's already a half hour late?
Oh, wonderful. They're saying 10 minutes, but now I don't believe them.
Roger. Monitor Tower 126.7.
SoCal Aviation says, sup? What up, buddy? Thank you for tuning in tonight to our show. So what we're going to do here is we're going to wait for our 757-300, our Phoenix flight to MSP tonight with that aircraft to arrive on runway 12 right, and then I think we're going to call it a wrap.
That's 4266, turn right when able, taxi pop into the gates.
It's another 737-900ER. This is a flight from Liberia, Costa Rica.
Continue down to Alpha 4, turn left Alpha 4, contact ground point 9er.
Alpha 4.9 Delta 1812, thanks. Ground Delta 1812, we're clearing Alpha 4, going to Golf 9.
Delta 1812, Minneapolis ground, your company's trying to pull into Golf 8. Taxi into the gate.
We'll give way to them and get into Golf 9, Delta 1812, thanks.
2218 Minneapolis Tower was 15010, gust 21, runway 12 right, clear to land.
12 right, clear to land, Delta 22.
2385 as you cross 12 right there. Take a look and see if you see runway lights on. Thank you.
So 2268, perhaps gone push approved, runway 17, this frequency take. Four minutes gone push approved, runway 12 left, this frequency take.
We're parking at Golf 18 tonight.
2218, roger.
So that A321 that we just saw pass by, that's off to
4015, taxi pop
runway
to the gate to
17
ground
for
point, enter.
departure. Destination, Tampa, Florida. All right, final call, everybody. Last catch of the day. Got a Boeing 757-300 about to touch down on runway 12 right from Phoenix Sky Harbor. So following the arrival of our 757-300, that'll conclude our MSP Airport Live show on this chilly March Saturday.
2385, to left hand of 140 from a 17, cleared for takeoff.
Left turn 140, clear for takeoff, runway 17 for Delta 2385.
And of course, one more instant replay for good measure on our Boeing 757-300 arrival from Phoenix Sky Harbor.
So 2218 Minneapolis ground, taxi via Bravo to the gate.
Bravo to the gate,
Delta 1817, you could convince the Golf 9 guys to just walk over once they were done?
Apparently not. Things are moving slow over here.
Yes.
Delta 2385, contact departure. Good day.
2385, switch departure. Good day.
Well, folks, that'll just about wrap up our live coverage from Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport today. there's still plenty more shows to come. We at least have one or two more down the pipe here to close out the month of March. We've got one coming up on March 30th when KLM returns with the 787 Dreamliner to kick off their 2025 service. And we will also, by that time, we'll get to see the A350-900 on the early Amsterdam flights, and also we'll have those A350 flights going to and from Tokyo as well. Should add some very interesting variety. Always love to see the 350s, and pumped that we're going to be getting more A350 routes very, very soon. And we also want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in today to our live show. Despite our difficulties earlier on, thank you for sticking with us. And if you want to support this project and you want an interactive stream experience, consider becoming a YouTube member today. Membership start at only $3 per month. More details can be found when you go visit our channel main page and click the join button for more details.
Delta 2268, runway 17, take via Alpha Charlie, hold short, runway 12 right.
And for highlight reels from all of our live shows and other miscellaneous posts, check us out on Instagram with the handle at MSP Airport Live.
Delta 2268 on Charlie, hold short, runway 12 right.
And you can also follow us on X for MSP spotter information and other bulletin board type stuff. Again, with the handle at MSP Airport Live. If you want to support us through our general fund on Patreon, get memberships, and the pricing will start at $3 per month. Same with YouTube. So patreon.com/MSP Airport Live is where you can help support us to keep broadcasting from Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. Well, there's a lot more spotting that I would like to continue to do, but it's that point in the show where it is time for me to say goodbye. We are really looking forward to our next edition of MSP Airport Live with KLM is bringing the Dreamliner. We're going to see more A350s, but until then, everybody, blue skies and tailwinds. We'll see you in the next MSP Airport Live. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Welcome to DG Pilot Aviation Collectibles and More and our St. Paul showroom and warehouse. From the time your order is placed until it is delivered to you, our #1 goal is to provide you with the best customer service experience. That's why we're excited to take you behind the scenes today at our warehouse to provide you an up-close perspective of our model aircraft delivery experience. Our first step in the model aircraft delivery process takes place after your order is received. Our model aircraft delivery specialist will conduct a detailed inspection of your model for quality control to ensure we provide you with the highest quality products. Each specialist begins the inspection by removing the model from the box and performing a visual inspection of the model, checking features such as the wings, landing gear, and antenna, as well as the overall model for defects. After the inspection is complete, your model is reboxed and then prepared for packing. Each model is then bubble wrapped to provide an extra cushion to prevent any damage during shipping. After the bubble wrap process is complete, the model is then boxed for shipping. Our specialist then reconfirms your model is ready for shipping, attaches a shipping label, and then your model is sent out for delivery. We hope that you'll consider DG Pilot Aviation Collectibles for your model aircraft collecting needs. You can order products online at dgpilot.com or visit our St. Paul showroom where we have hundreds of model aircraft to choose from. From all of us at DG Pilot, thank you for your continued business, loyalty, and support. And happy collecting.